And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 317. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK show, we have one topic that we will be going over tonight, and that will be on Mandalorian and Grogu's chances to beat Solo as Star Wars' biggest flop. So that is our only topic tonight, where we will pretty much go over our thoughts and opinions on Star Wars and the brand new Mandalorian and Grogu teaser trailer that came out pretty much last week. So also, Will is here tonight. Will Screedia, because Bob, he's not here this week for Monday. He's on vacation. He was like, I need a break from MSK. And I pay these guys a lot of money so they can go on vacation. That's usually how it works, you know?
Can I ask you something before we get started again? When you have sex with your wife and something doesn't go to plan, like in the first 45 seconds, do you just leave the room completely?
I thought most guys did that.
Okay. It's just checking, because
I thought most people did that. If you go to Thailand, you bring a lady home and you see a dick, I'm pretty sure you should start running. Just run as fast as Sonic out that window. Good Lord.
If I killed a stream every time something didn't start out well, I don't think I'd have streams on the channel. Like, but then again, genuinely.
These are all counted as lost episodes and bloopers at this point. That you never get a chance to see in.
They're on the special features.
I mean, you do have a whole bunch of drops. You could always reset that way. But no, this is just so much more smooth, Wait
a minute.
This definitely keeps the momentum going.
On Twitch, they should enable me some drops. I should get dropped women's underwear so I can just fire it from a gun to people. That's how you distract them.
What's a drop in like the radio terminology sense? Like you get a...
No, it'd be from the sky.
You mean
he's talking about making it rain
together?
Dude, I remember, because I know most like English dubs for anime is pretty like off here and there, but I remember the first episode of Bleach. I remember Ichigo, when he's talking to Rukia for the first time, he was like, yeah, I believe in flying pigs and a tooth fairy. I'm being honest here, that line has stuck with me ever since I heard that from that episode. Flying pigs and tooth fairies. Good Lord.
Something just occurred to me. Is that what's going on here? Are you dubbed, MSK?
Could you imagine a flying pig? Could you imagine that?
That's all you heard?
Well, sometimes certain things need to be dubbed, like the Jackie Chan movie Rumble in the Bronx. If you watch the original version, it's good, but if you watch the original English dub or the partial English dub when they mixed it with Mandarin and Cantonese, the Canadian English-speaking people sounded terrible. They sounded like they could never act in their lives.
Oh, also,
they made them sound American in the dub. Go ahead.
You're fine, man. King Style will be showing up on the panel shows Monday and Wednesdays moving forward. He wanted the job, and I was like, we got a lot of openings here. Well, we have very limited openings here. I like to keep a very small circle of people. Not
it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, people like what we're doing on the show, and more people want to be a part of it. We just had one, but I have to make it bigger than it needs to be. I have a media empire like Tim Pool does, actually, at this point.
I believe he might own a chicken.
Well, I bought some ranch chicken wings from Walmart yesterday and some 7-Up bottles.
Same thing.
Oh my God!
It's his farm and his, chicken coop. Exactly the same thing. You guys are mirror images of each other,
dude. I swear this happened today. I finished streaming, playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and then I went outside to go to the gym because I wanted to work out before I do the stream with Jared.
How's Jim doing?
And then I wanted to work out before I do the stream with Jared and you guys. And this lady just asked me, she was like, "Are you homeless?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "No, ma'am. I live."
No, we've all wondered, but we weren't sure. Like,
I just got roasted when I walked. She was like, "Are you homeless?" And I was like, "No, ma'am. I live across the street." And she was like, "Oh, because you dress like it." I was in sweatpants. I was in sweatpants and a regular basic T-shirt.
You're saying you were dressed up for this occasion?
I was not. I was literally dressed for the gym.
Okay, Jim prefers you in a certain outfit.
Then she talked about giving frozen burritos to homeless people. I'm like, that's great, ma'am. We didn't have any bad. No.
So did you get a burrito or not? Cut to the chase.
I wasn't a dude, but we didn't have any bad interactions. I was just so surprised she thought She thought I was homeless because I was black.
You didn't have any bad interactions, but her thinking you're homeless doesn't count.
Well, it's a regular occurrence, you know. It's ordinary. It's not bad. It's kind of a neutral one.
I'm just surprised that she probably thought I was homeless because I was black. And I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of black homeless people out here. So
that's one factor. I think there might be other reasons.
Your general unkempt nature might have added to it too.
I'm gonna defend MSK in this because I was told that, to be fair, right? I was wearing, a hoodie and jogging pants, and I was told, "Oh, hi there, sir. You need money, and let me help you." Like, and I kept my mouth shut because it was a woman, and two because
mine was a woman.
I didn't want to get arrested, so I was like, "Oh, hey," and they gave me They gave me like $5 in a fucking like candy.
Dude, the same thing happened, I think, a few years ago.
So I kept my mouth shut. I'm like, okay, free money and candy. I don't give a fuck.
I was just sitting in the parking lot on the sidewalk. I had my uniform on for work, and this person walked up and was like, "Hey, sir, are you homeless?" I was like, "What?" They just gave me $20 and left. I was like, "All right, I guess." I didn't even do anything. I was just in my work uniform, about to go home, about to just get up and leave. But good Lord,
they thought you were already home.
Yes.
Hey. I'm glad there are some good people in the world that, initially see someone and go, "Hey, I want to help them." That's a very good thing. It was just so random. That was
probably just virtue signaling.
I would have felt insulted had they not given me the money or the was it granola bar or an energy bar or something?
Hey, granola bar.
Hey, you said it was a candy bar, granola bar. That's a raw deal right there.
Granola it's chocolate chip flavored. That's why I said candy. It's not really.
All right, it's on the cusp.
It's like borderline.
Was it the Quaker Oats ones?
It was the mite bars or the one that's like they're climbing a mountain. It was like
the Caltine bars. I think I know.
Yeah, Caltine. It was Caltine. Yeah,
I like those. Those are good.
It was chocolate chip flavored. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna get angry at them. They give me money in that. I'm not gonna say shit. So
that's the only good flavor. The other ones taste like pure butthole. Those other ones are disgusting. Yeah, chocolate chip is the only good one.
So I said it's a candy bar. Technically, it's an energy / candy bar. It's both.
Are they implying you were fat?
No, they just, I don't know. They were weird. They just thought that I was homeless. I was wearing a hoodie and track pants because I was working out, and they thought I was homeless. So,
well, good Lord. Well, starting with intros, and then we'll talk about. We'll get Will Screedy's opinion on the Jimmy Kimmel situation. I know he want to talk about that, and then we'll go to the Mandalorian and Gorgu topic. So we'll start with intros. Gray Poupée, how was your week, man?
Yeah.
I think he's dead currently.
God damn it! I did not realize that I was muted. I've got 2 mutes, and I'm stupid.
Oh, so you
the week's been good, man.
Keep me muted.
Some more mutes, please.
Do not restart the stream. I'm here. We're talking. It's got momentum, sir.
Anything.
Do not go at take 3. Okay, the week's been good, man. No personal tragedies. Okay, except for me being here.
Sir. This is a Wendy's. Okay. Calm down.
Okay.
All right. But no, all jokes aside, man, how's your week been?
Not too bad. Kind of got challenged to a random debate on Friday, so I ended up doing that. It was interesting. Debated a dude who's an NSA analyst and another guy who is like a Berkeley lawyer, both of them with like Marine experience, and it didn't go horribly. So yeah, better than I thought. So it's been a good week. No death. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Aren't you supposed to do the show with Laps this week or the next week?
Yeah, I think we moved it to tomorrow. It's a better panel show. So we'll talk about that later, but it's a real treat. And you guys should stop by. I think Kingstown knows a little something about Laps.
Well,
Laps a good dude.
Well, this thing is, as the showrunner, usually with these kind of shows, I put the best show at the start of the week.
So you're the Kathleen Kennedy of the MSK universe?
Oh God, no!
Good Lord! For TV scheduling, because I watch a lot of TV in my life, you put the best shows at the start of the week and the worst ones at the end of the week. You start off with the strongest stuff and then lead to the bad stuff. Well, not bad, just not as watched. The highest ratings get the best time slots around here. No. All right. King Style, what's up, man? How are you doing?
I'm doing swell, man. I'm just chilling in this night that's fall, but it's like freaking hot as fuck here in the East Coast. I want it to be fall completely.
It is still very hot here. It is on average like 100 degrees, 112 here. Still,
like it was chilly like a couple of days ago, and then it went back to being hot. I'm like, come on.
That's why I hate when it rains, because when it rains, it gets really humid, and then it's even hotter than it was before. It's horrible. Oh, goodness gracious. You go out in the rain, and these girls want to just start coming at me and trying to have sex with me. It's just like, I'm just a chick magnet at the end of the day. You know, chicks dig the hair.
Are you sure it's not someone standing behind you and they're trying to get through you?
Fucking hell. My bad.
You got to look behind you when that shit happens.
Me? Yeah. Gosh. Or they probably didn't see a black. She's like, oh my God, I don't really see black people like this. Oh, goodness gracious. I remember when I first met my ex-girlfriend, she I don't know, never saw a successful black person. When I told her I was this level successful,
she was like,
what warrants success?
She was like, oh, I usually don't see you guys at this level. I was like, what? I don't thought that was just common shade or like.
Well, I mean, she's used to handing out burritos to, you know.
Are you saying that because she's Mexican? Oh my God.
I was trying to allude back to, you know, your mistaken identity earlier today.
Yeah, what is the uniform for a successful black man again? I'm just so I know what to look like.
I just showed her. I think I showed her my Twitter profile or something like that.
That code.
God, I told her like, hey, you know, I have a job, I have my own place, I have everything put together. She was probably dating dudes that were just fucking losers. Because when I came in, I put a standard of quality in there, you know?
Yes, that's the popular first thing to discuss with a person you're interested in is your job and your living status. That's not what are you into? I'm financially viable. Is that okay with you?
Well, she is a moron. I would be surprised she's into anything.
I said, if she's a woman, that's probably like the standard.
I asked her, was she in a superhero movie? She said that's for white people. And I was like, all right, well, I'm dating a bimbo. So that's my luck.
Wait. But didn't you take her and her boyfriend to Captain America though? So she got over the superhero
Her boyfriend's
thing.
white. Her boyfriend's white. That's the issue.
The only time that ever happened was when I took her sister. Her sister wanted to date me. So I took her sister. And then she went with her new
boyfriend.
She went with her new boyfriend. We went to go see Joker 2. I and her sister, because she liked the first one. When the movie was over,
hey man,
she was like, that movie's terrible.
You can lie to the new guys, but I was here. I remember specifically for Valentine's Day, you took your ex and her boyfriend to Captain America, man.
Yeah, there might have been a little bit of sarcasm, like laughter there. Like, oh my God, I accidentally took my wife's boyfriend to the movies with her.
Uh-huh. Sure, sarcasm.
Remember to see a more successful black man than me, right?
Well, obviously. It sounds like he's more successful.
Man, her sister was a freak. Oh my God. But
dress for the job you want, not the job you have, sir.
True.
That goes for everything.
I don't know. She was trying to grope me in that fucking movie because that movie was so bad. She was just probably bored out her ass, honestly. But can you blame her? You know, like me being as attractive as I am made her wanna, you know, molest me.
It does make me question. Are you sure she wasn't like asleep and perhaps just having, you know, like arm spasms or something?
What is she having, a fucking stroke?
There's got to be a logical explanation for this. I'm just saying, like, clearly she wasn't making a move on you. I mean,
come on. Wait, we had Kidathon last week, didn't we?
Oh yeah, you did.
Eventually, yeah, you did have a secret guest.
She forgot initially. She was like, "I'm sorry, I forgot." I was like, "It's okay. You know, shit happens. You know." But women just can't.
You blame her though.
Me.
Priorities.
Yeah, I'm not a priority. Like I'm supposed to be a priority around here.
She's also married though. Like you seem to.
Oh yeah, you're right.
This thing where you know, women who are available are not for you. It seems.
Right. I have to want what I can't have. See, that's how it usually goes.
Well, that's what the Helen of Troy happened. That's why the Trojan War happened.
These are all jokes. I'm not sexually attracted to you. You're Italian. You can make me spaghetti if you want to.
You can make me spaghetti.
I don't even like spaghetti. I think spaghetti tastes like shit, honestly. But, you know, what do I know? I'm black.
You're eating the wrong spaghetti.
I've tried so many. I've tried the ones people make. They're just, I can't do spaghetti, man.
Have you had it like out of the microwave?
Yeah. What are you saying? You've had all of them that people make? Are you talking just the frozen ones, or
when I went to,
including mom's spaghetti? Vomit on your sweater.
I had James's mom's spaghetti, And even that was just like, I'm just not a noodle guy. It's just like, I can't do it. It feels very slimy and yucky.
Olive Garden doesn't count either. That's creepy pasta. That does not count.
Feels like I've been here all day. Goodness
Preach.
gracious. Wow.
Yeah.
But
Feels like much longer than 15 minutes.
What are you guys talking about?
And I kind of feel like we've done this before, but
at least 16 minutes worth.
Hey, wasn't there a Deja Vu movie with Denzel Washington that came out back in the late 2000s?
Yes.
Sure. If only I could remember the name of it. Called
I
Deja
remember
Vu.
he kept repeating like it over and over again. That was the storyline.
That's Groundhog Day.
Dude.
Well, yeah, it is, but this movie, it was the same premise, except for it wasn't a comedy. It was more of an action drama,
With the houseboat.
sci-fi thingy because it's time travel and shit.
Tony
so.
Scott, right?
Yeah. Just
I
aim for
believe
the
so.
bushes.
It was one of the Scots.
Yeah.
Aim for the bushes. That's what I always say. Shit. When I
Could
saw
be
that scene for the first time.
Weinstein.
Ooh. Mm.
Ooh.
Mm.
You know who also produced movies? My dad.
Oh, yeah?
Who's that now?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Sean Combs.
Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, Diddy for life.
I
Hashtag
wouldn't
free Diddy.
think of him as a filmmaker first, maybe a musician first, but not
I
a
mean,
filmmaker.
he's been in a couple things. He was in a Favreau movie, Made.
I think he produced movies with his money, though. I think he probably
paid for
he
shit.
liked cameras.
He paid for cameras and paid for people to start projects because he wants to be in Hollywood. Like a lot of those, even Jay-Z, like a lot of them, they're like, they have this money and they're like, well, I got to use it for something. And also to hide their money. So people don't know what they do with it, actually.
Invest in creams and such.
Yeah,
What's going on?
and petroleum jelly and
Yeah.
all that stuff
Yeah,
that he said
no.
in court.
I was gonna say, Will, how was your week, man? How's things going? How things been going for you, buddy?
Good. I needed help with some sort of remote coverage that I was doing, and ironically enough, Gray is here with me. We'll be discussing the most recent Fantastic Fest, which just wrapped up over the weekend, and we'll be discussing a couple movies that we were given access to.
Really? Well, you were given access? That means you guys are big shots now. When can I get this access? You know?
A little bit further, just a little bit further, because I didn't get any of the important stuff.
Okay.
Nothing that the things that you've heard of that premiered there, I didn't get access to. So,
oh, good lord,
this is kind of a, hey, we're a nobody film. Can you, a nobody YouTuber, talk about our nobody film?
That's probably how you make connections anyway with all these people.
Yeah.
You probably got to talk. That's how you do it generally in every space. You got to talk to the lowest common denominator and then work your way up. Then
you got to find the lowest guy that knows people, like his uncle or his
MSK.
Mom works on the craft services or like is a producer, and they just happen to be like an extra in this movie, and then the next one they get a bigger role.
Yeah, I'm just lucky enough to talk to Gray because they're like, hey, that guy with the voice, can you get that guy with the voice that's on your channel? I'm like, oh. Yeah, I can do that. I think I can.
Sorry, Gray has a good voice though. He does.
No, just like that's not. He's tricking you guys. That's a voice amplifier. He does not sound like that. He is like catfishing you guys.
True. I in normal actual life sound like MSK. It's a curse. It sucks. People just run from me.
We talk about like trans people deceiving people. Gray is deceiving people. Good Lord, Gray, you could be better than that.
You mean the jar of mustard isn't a jar of mustard?
I'm living out my dream, man.
You mean he's not a part of
to be a disembodied voice? That's what I am.
You mean he's not a part of the Aqua Teen Hunger Force with Meatwad and Master Chief and Frylock?
I'm trying out. They have my audition tapes, but I don't know. Call me, guys. But as of right now, I'm just the entertainment condiment.
Oh, that's usually mayonnaise because it usually gets everywhere after you know. Good Lord. I think mayonnaise is disgusting.
You enjoy mayonnaise more, but what can I say? Mayo ain't all that.
Mayo is disgusting.
You got to put a little tang on it. Use the mustard.
Okay, do you think Miracle Whip tastes better than mayonnaise? Because I think it just tastes all the same.
No, they are two completely different beasts.
Miracle Whip is supposed to be whipped cream or like another version of whipped cream.
It feels like it's half Cool Whip, half mayo. It's not great, but It is somewhat good on a like Thanksgiving leftover sandwich since it has that slight bit of sweetness. But man, no, give me mayo any day.
But have you had it on spaghetti?
Ooh, I have not. I've had white sauce, but it was not mayo, unlike what I hear MSK's specialty is.
Are your palms sweaty? Vomit on your mom's spaghetti?
Indeed. Yeah, so I guess we had the scintillating mayo talk, and MSK just had to take off. It makes sense.
He's salivating. Hang on, I could address this.
I don't know. I can't believe that he's had really good Italian food and would say that spaghetti sucks. Like, is he including all pasta in there? Because pasta is like amazing. Like, it is food of the devil because, like, I don't know. I could endlessly eat pasta. I love it and I hate it all in the same
Are you
time.
speaking distinctly of alla arrabbiata? Because that is spicy and of the devil, or are you just being cute?
That shit is awesome. I just mean like any pasta, man. Like just I don't know. I love it way too much. It feels like it is not good for me, but man, do I love that stuff.
I love pasta too. I like shrimp Alfredo.
Oh, so good.
It's fucking good. But you don't want to eat too much of that shit because if you do, you're gonna get allergic to shrimp. And trust me, I know a relative that he ate too much shrimp and he can't eat it no more. So yeah, you gotta be careful eating that stuff.
Well, I never.
Is that why you don't have sex, MSK?
No. Shrimp was never my thing.
Allergic to it,
MSK.
Right?
Do you believe that shrimp is bugs?
I am voluntarily celibate. That's what I am.
Sure.
Well, they say that like crabs are like water spiders. I don't know if that's true or not. If it is, well, I guess.
If you've seen those ones like at the bottom of the, like they really do look like water arachnids. Like it's crazy,
or scorpions and shit. Like and it's like okay, whatever. Like what are we gonna do? Throw up eating this stuff? We've been eating it for generations. Like this isn't a Soylent Green situation where like oh my god no.
Well, Orange Avenger is right. He's saying cockroach of the sea are delicious. Depending on if he means lobster or what do they call it, like lango.
What do they call those crawfish? Isn't crawfish cockroaches?
Oh, crawfish are awesome too. They're like small lobsters, so if those are, then sure. I mean, they basically all are.
It doesn't fucking matter.
They're all great.
Like, as long as it's not like Soylent Green, right?
Oh, they're all great though, man. Like you just pour some butter on that stuff.
Okay, Gray. We know you like cockfish. It's okay. So we're good.
Cockfish.
We're good.
So it's pronounced crawfish. I know you got certain things on your mind, and everything's coming out
I like
a certain
vagina.
way for you.
I'm a vagina man myself.
Oh yeah, everyone says that about you.
Do me a favor and hold that up so I can see your cock.
What in the world? It's definitely not Tuesday for that. I'm kind of retarded.
That's a Tuesday thing?
Yeah.
I didn't get the memo. Sorry.
Japanese spider crab. No, seafood for me.
Those are the ones.
My limit is like catfish. That I don't want to mess with too much seafood.
Your limit is catfish.
My butthole would explode.
I will not eat it if it doesn't have a mustache.
Yes.
Why is catfish your limit, dude? Like it's a bottom feeder. Well, I mean, that makes sense. You are what you eat.
My butthole would explode eating too much fish. Nope.
Or without eating the fish. Either way.
So yeah,
that's called taking a shit, right?
You go to a restaurant and you're like, "Hey, I want some seafood." Who does that? Who's like, I go to a restaurant and I want the seafood.
I mean,
I'm good.
People who don't want to eat chicken and steak all the time, like
those people are usually gay.
There's a place called Red Lobster that kind of depend on you.
Hey, he's brought up this argument before. He's like, but Little Caesars exists, so why would you go there?
Right, true, but it's like I want something quick and easy, like getting my wife.
So you've never been on a date, have you, sir?
I have not dated in years, but thanks for the shade.
So not only is the ambiance usually
you guys,
a little bit more high class.
Okay, take two.
So sometimes take three. So sometimes you go for the ambiance, but there is also this so-called aphrodisiac effect for say if you're gonna go oysters or something. There's a bunch of different reasons why you'd go. Also, just seafood is delicious, man. And if you live on a coast, which I believe you do, asshole, You know, the sea's right there. It's fresh
there's
food.
no sea here, Gray. There's the desert, there's rocks, and there's sand, and there's cactuses.
Okay, man, I live like 2 states over from you. I'm landlocked times whatever. I'm just saying, we still get seafood here, and it's great, but it's nothing like fresh seafood, man. When I used to live in Vancouver, man, the sushi there was just amazing. Are you counting like sushi and seafood too? Because that shit is so good.
Okay, so our local Stater brothers just got sushi. That didn't really interest me. Sushi I've never tried, so I can't speak to quality sushi. But it's like if you go to a restaurant and you're like, man, I would like your fresh bass, gay. Only gay dudes order the seafood first. Men eat the steaks.
Boston lobster.
I've tried sushi, but I have to be careful because you hear the horror stories of the parasites and shit if they don't cook it properly. So I'm like, no, you better cook that thing good enough that I don't get sick. Fuck that.
Good Lord.
They do not. If you're going to like ahi, they might like sear the outside, but yeah, it is all raw, all delicious.
Yeah,
all
so,
raw, like in my wife.
Yeah,
fuck yeah, that's where I like it, all raw.
Steak Diane.
Also, I tried wasabi, and I remember eating. This was years ago. My mom had it, and it was hilarious. She had that gasp voice, like when Steve-O from Jackass snorted the wasabi and he threw it. That was the funniest thing ever, dude. He went to Japan and he snorted wasabi. That shit was funny.
I love wasabi. So good.
It tastes, oh my God. I don't know. Maybe it depends on the person's taste palette because that thing, oof. I don't know.
Well,
maybe I
Lord.
have a terrible taste palette, probably.
So I want to get Will's opinion because he was very vocal in the chat about this. He was calling me out. He was like, MSK, I know you're hot, rich, and good looking and very knowledgeable and very easy on the eyes.
Sure that's not how he put it.
It depends on how you received the question.
It was Earth 2 Will. It was the second version of him that lives on a different Earth. That's the one who did it.
Are we in Marvel or DC universe now?
Then again, if I was in Earth 2 and I was white and a doctor and I banged strippers, would you guys like that guy more than me?
Probably. He sounds successful.
Ah, fuck off. But so Will, what was your recent thoughts and opinions on Jimmy Kimmel's situation?
Remind me, because I know what you were referring to. There's a couple of things that
no, I just want your general thoughts of what you thought of the situation. Did you think it was fair, not fair? Government overreach, any of that stuff?
I think it's not fair. It's freedom of speech. It doesn't matter who says what. You're especially in satire. You should be able to say whatever you want. For years, we've been hearing about comedy being illegal, and suddenly the right people are in office, and suddenly we're getting people in trouble and having them lose their jobs for comedy reasons.
Here's the thing. I didn't think it was funny. If it was under the guise that it's entertainment / a joke, then okay.
But that's what it is. It's a late night show.
So it's 100% subjective, and it's also the setup to the punchline. A bunch of people who thought it was in really poor taste. They saw the punchline with us on this other show that we do. They were actually laughing at it before they realized what it was. Like it is getting an effect. So I would say a joke is successful if someone in the room is laughing. People were laughing at the actual punchline, even if there wasn't an economy of words of the setup. But man, if you say because it's not funny, you can't do that. I don't know, man. That sets a really, really bad precedent.
Right. Yeah, because who decides what's funny and what isn't?
You don't want like the czar of humor.
Me. I decide everything. I decide what is funny and what's not.
So how do you feel about the commissioner of the FCC saying we could do this the easy way or the hard way? Like
that, I think was hard overreach because I don't know why.
So he should still have his job then.
Yeah, I mean, if the job wants to suspend him, if the job wants to suspend him because they didn't like what he said, that's fair because he got a chance to come back, right? Even at my job, if you do something bad, relatively bad, you would get suspended. It's usually a suspension before a termination. I think most jobs have that, if I'm not mistaken. Otherwise, I could be wrong. But I was just surprised that situation that in the joke that he set up got that much of a situation to happen. I don't think he did anything really that bad. Like people like if people even want to say he's Trump derangement syndrome, yeah, he probably is. Who knows? But these people will lead their audience to believe one thing while the other one leads their audience to believe one thing. I don't know why that situation with what he said in a joking form caused that much of an uproar. There have been plenty of late night hosts that don't like Trump. Jimmy Fallon does it too. There's another Stephen Colbert does it a lot. I just don't know why this specific situation got this big for just something that both sides do. Like both sides.
You mentioned Colbert. The funny thing is Colbert has already kind of been lamb to the slaughter for some of this because his job is up in May due to the ire of a certain man in power. So like this is like the second step of that.
Okay. Well, and if you want to go back to July 17th, CBS announced the cancellation of the Late Show with Stephen Colbert and saying it was due to financial restraints. But yeah, Trump did tweet out about it that now I'm
Kimmel's next.
Having the thing. There we go. Yeah, the word is, and it's a strong word at that. Jimmy Kimmel is next to go in the untalented late night sweepstakes, and shortly thereafter, Fallon will be gone. These are people with absolutely no talent who are getting paid millions of dollars, in all cases, destroying what used to be great television. It's really good to see them go. I hope I played a major part in it. And that was in July 22nd. It's just, man, it sets up this really bad precedent that sounds like he used Carr as this sort of arm to quasi force them, since it wasn't actually, it's the two, Sinclair and Nexstar. Nexstar has this upcoming merger that's actually currently illegal. They're trying to get the FCC to literally sign off on it. So when he then says we can do this the easy way or the hard way, the FCC can do other things. It sounds like it is a threat to essentially not let that deal go through. So as part of that, they are just capitulating. It really sucks because Carr in 2018 in an oversight hearing had the following to say: the First Amendment operates as a restraint on the government. The idea that we do not put our thumb on the scale in favor of one speaker or the other. The whole purpose of the First Amendment is to encourage strong, robust, perhaps rough in some situations, discourse. At the FCC, my job is to act consistent with the First Amendment in every single thing, and act consistent with the First Amendment rights of the media and journalists, and I can commit to you that I will continue to do that. It appears he has changed in the last 7 years.
If you take the politics out of it, if you just forget the team sport element of it, if it's just like going back 50 years, the fact that a comedian got arrested in a nightclub for saying shit, that caused quite an uproar. And, you know, George Carlin was the second guy to get in solidarity, also got himself arrested because he didn't think it was right what was being done to that comedian. And this kind of borned the 7 dirty words you can't say in television's famous bit. Back then, it wasn't about saying something about one politician or one side or another. It was just saying curses in a nightclub, and that guy got arrested. And we decided 50 years ago the First Amendment protects that stuff. And here we are, not learning any lessons, forgetting the politics aspect. You should be able to tell jokes. Whether or not your company wants to fire you for that, that's one thing. But the government shouldn't be getting involved in that. Don't they have more important things to do?
I understand.
I think he would have been fired really soon if the government hadn't gotten involved.
Right.
Like, it doesn't seem to be going well, or it wasn't up until now.
Because the thing that people bring up is the Gina Carano situation, but the Gina Carano situation has a loophole in it because of how discrimination laws work in California. In California, they passed a law about discrimination. I forgot the exact wording if I don't want to misspeak, but she could literally go up to a judge and be like, hey, he was doing this too, but why did I get in trouble for it if he didn't? That's the thing you can legitimately do if you feel like you've been discriminated against, you know? So when people brought the Gina Carano situation, I don't think they're the same at all. I don't think they're the same in quite a bit because she didn't really say anything unless you count the beat bop boop thing. I don't think that's in the same vein. So when people try to compare those two, I was like, what the fuck? These are completely different. Like, she got canned for the image of Nazi Germany about the whole friendly neighborhood thing. That's not even close to the same thing. Like,
I don't think Gina Carano was one thing that she said. I think it was like this slow boil of things that she was doing. But
you know how California works. California is a horrible
like
state.
Roseanne Barr got fired, and Jimmy Kimmel didn't give a shit about her. and then
Mhm.
and then when it came to him, everybody starts caring about Jimmy Kimmel. I get it, the First Amendment.
So it's
and all
not
that
about
stuff.
Kimmel, man. It's literally about the government overreach. That's why there wasn't this uproar when Roseanne happened. That's why there wasn't this uproar when Colbert happened. I think these guys all would be fired. And same thing with the Gina Carano thing. Like, it's not like the government stepped in and said she needs to be fired. It's
That
Disney's
was
choice to try and...
When people said, "Oh, it's a private company, they can do whatever they want," it's weird how people use that line when it's something that they like, but when it's something that they don't like, then it's obviously like, "How could you do that?" kind of thing. Well, Disney's a private company. I guess they can't get rid of him if they want to, but as you know,
I think that Jimmy Kimmel shouldn't be fired for this, and Roseanne should have not been fired for it. I think both. Like, I'm being honest. I think in general that if you make
MSK, of course you would.
What?
Sorry, man, I didn't mean to speak over you.
No, it's okay, dude. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, of course, MSK is going to defend Roseanne. It was a monkey joke. He loves those.
Hey, she speak that's factual. And, if making fun of monkeys is my middle name. No, I mean, this is just in general, outside of politic wise, this is why I never want this kind of this situation to happen, because people vouch for one person that gets screwed over with it. But then if it happens to other people, they just kind of turn a blind eye. But I agree with you guys. It's not fair at all, in general, in no context, unless it's something like super bad. If it's like political violence, worshiping, someone dying, maybe that's a little different, right?
I think your influence and the size of your audience and the severity of what you say, it's something of a sliding scale, because Gina Carano, in the end, she was a fucking featured role on a Disney show. It's not exactly the same as Roseanne Barr, who had a show called Roseanne.
A little different, yeah.
Yeah, and
Fair
Jimmy
enough.
Kimmel, who had a show called Jimmy Kimmel. The severity of the jokes, Bill Maher, because he made a joke about 9/11, got kicked off of politically incorrect.
Right. Unless you count Gina losing all the stuff she would have had that they took away.
She was going to have Rangers of the New Republic, but even then, I think she would have been like the featured one on that. Like, it would have been mainly her, but
that's
fair enough. I hear what you're saying.
PR team to be like, hey, you're not knock that shit off. You're going to cost yourself a
I agree with MSK saying, like, she potentially lost something that she could have gotten had the controversy never happened. So it got taken away.
They already signed contracts on it. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why when I brought up that people were comparing the two, it's like they're really not the same. They just aren't by most fundamental levels. Now, you could be like, well, why would someone defend Jimmy Kimmel when he was kind of celebrating other people getting canceled? But the problem is, you got to be consistent. If you don't want it happening to anyone, you do have to defend someone that you don't like when they go through it. That's my personal opinion. You just got to be consistent.
Because Bill Maher had to do that. He's left leaning, but he realized that. He had to defend the right or people that are not in the left, because he got canceled by his own people.
Right? Yeah.
So he has to be like, he's still a lefty, but he's like, no, when it comes to crazy shit like this, I'm more in the middle or whatever, but I'm neutral, because it's bullshit that people get canceled for whatever reason. Yeah, so I agree with Bill Maher in that regard. Yeah.
In Orange Avenger, he said if Trump would have kept his mouth shut, Kimmel would have been canned anyways. Yeah, I think most people even said his contract is up. You guys said next year in like May or something like that. So it depends on if you wanted to renegotiate with it, or people rumored have said he's just want to go into like podcasting. Who knows if he does that? I don't know. But
right, the thing, like, making it about Kimmel is probably the worst thing for all sides, because I think
every side is hypocritical. Yeah.
Well, no, I think people who are okay with Kimmel don't want Jimmy Kimmel to be the martyr of, the First Amendment, because, like,
come on, the dude who did the blackface of Karl Malone, he is our martyr.
Of the late night host,
Sarah Silverman. Yeah, that guy is.
Sarah Silverman is a national treasure. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I
get it.
Sydney Sweeney's my national treasure.
Well, I agree with that.
Sydney Sweeney's national treasure.
Yeah, I just think.
Go
ahead, Gray.
It sucks that the government did what appears to be a kind of a massive overreach right here, and the implications of that. Like, we just don't want the government deciding what comedy is acceptable or what opinions are acceptable. There's been a bunch of tweets after that, basically saying, like, confirming sorry, let me find the actual one from Trump, but it basically confirmed that I can't believe that ABC fake news gave Kimmel his job back. The White House was told by ABC that the show was canceled. Something happened between then and now because his audience is gone and his talent was never there. Trump posted to Truth Social. Why would they want someone back?
Just for the record, 7 wars going on.
True.
Why would technically Jimmy Kimmel is canceled?
Sorry, there's one last line to this. He said, why would they want someone back who does so poorly, who's not funny, who puts the network in jeopardy by playing 99% positive Democrat garbage? It just kind of sucks where Trump then kind of doubled down and confirmed that like the White House was talking to ABC about getting this canceled. It just sucks. Like in all these other cancellation things, it sucks because it's a private company. Like, you don't have a right to be forever employed. Like, sadly, people will terminate you over like opinions and shit. And there's not much you can do about that. I will still defend anyone's joke. A good joke comes from the exact same place that a bad joke comes from. So everyone should be able to say whatever they want. But I mean, there's some jokes you're not going to be able to say at work or on the company time. So it sadly sucks. I can understand why ABC didn't want to be associated with Roseanne. I think they should have known what they're getting with Roseanne. She's a very offensive comedian, and that's awesome.
The ironic thing is, if the chair of the FCC and Trump didn't telegraph just how much they wanted Kimmel off the air, no one would care. If he told that joke, those two people in the government didn't say what they said, and Disney was like, we're kind of done. No one would care. But because the government is getting involved, that is a problem. Whether or not it's true or not, the perception of you saying something and like demand. Go ahead.
But then but then when Gray brought up that tweet that Trump said, so if let's hypothetically say, because you guys know this too, there's always conversations like this happening behind the scenes.
Sure.
So let's say hypothetically Disney did contact him, or they had a conversation and they were like, yeah, we're gonna pull this guy. That means that we know Disney can't be trusted. Like you said, none of these people can be trusted, but that means they didn't want to put him back on. So something happened in that time frame.
A shit ton of people canceled their Disney Plus.
Yeah, because
it's funny that Disney has no fans on either side now.
Because that means they were committed to getting rid of him too. If what he said to be is to be true, they wanted to get rid of him too, using this as a situation to do that. Yeah, go ahead, King Sal.
Technically speaking, I'm sorry if I interrupted you.
Are you good, man? Go ahead.
Technically speaking, Jimmy Kimmel in certain markets is canceled. They don't want to air his shit. St. Clair and what was the other one called? Nexstar Media,
the
group?
Two that are trying to merge.
Yeah, they can't in certain markets. They're not airing Jimmy Kimmel, so technically he is canceled. Just not completely. Only in selective markets. Yeah,
also,
the affiliates
version. Wasn't Nexstar the company that bought the CW? I remember they bought the CW, I think.
Yes, they did. They did.
Yeah.
So, but if this happens, that means Warner Brothers would have to buy back CW, right?
No one wants that.
Yeah, but what is DC besides TNT and TBS? Where the fuck are they going to air their superhero shows at, right?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Where are they going to air it? They're not going to air it on Cartoon Network because that's cartoons.
If Paramount and their merger ever goes through, keep in mind, CW was a joint venture between CBS and Warner Brothers. They would technically just have to own it again. But then again, having sex with women is overrated. But no,
you're right though. Paramount, if they do merge, technically speaking, you're right. They would both have to own it again. So it's crazy.
The thing is with the situation is, it's not even just about Kimmel. It's just like whatever. But what happened after Kimmel was that whole Google censorship YouTube thing that ended up getting revealed, right? I was just surprised that people were batting this hard for this guy, and then that comes out less than 24 hours later, and then they just said nothing about it.
Forget the fact that it's Kimmel. I would go out on a limb and say that people aren't defending this because it's Jimmy Kimmel. They're defending it because of the way shit went down and how the government got involved. Forget the people. Forget
100%.
Dude, if this was Donald Trump before being the president, right, and he made a joke on one of those talk shows at night, right?
Yeah.
The same thing. We would have to support it because again, it's free speech.
Right. If it's Trump, if it's Trump on The Apprentice and he does the same thing, and Obama says, he's
get him off the air. Get him off the air. Get rid of this shit off the air. And that happened in Australia years ago for Australia's Funniest Home Video. They said throw that. You had a voiceover and it went black. Throw that shit out now, and they aired Cheers instead.
Yeah, because my thing about it was when that situation came out versus what happened with Jimmy Kimmel, the celebrities were mad about free speech and violation, all that stuff. Well, you should also care if you're a star, like Gray mentioned. I think last Monday's episode he mentioned this. You should also care about if you're going to get censored. You should probably care about that. Like the government is deciding, or certain administrations are deciding which information they want you to see. That is pretty important, right?
I'm just saying,
like you guys said, you don't like
Kimmel doesn't fly. There's no way that MSK flies.
God,
agreed.
God.
But here's the thing: it's like I don't want to defend. Here's the thing: I don't like Jimmy Kimmel, but I have to defend him to a degree.
He's done such good things in the past.
Granted,
they're all in the extended past. No, man. Like, you want to go through the list? Okay.
I did good things too, Gray.
No, you haven't.
Man, people smoke crack, and you shouldn't do that.
Oh wow, that's weird. I think I gotta go.
Oh God.
Okay, so you get the Man Show. That was pretty good. Win Ben Stein's money. He was actually funny on there. He was a good foil to the stoic Stein. I enjoyed that one. Crank Yankers, where they had the puppets. Kimmel did a bunch of that shit. Granted, he wasn't my favorite one on there. There is this amazing, I don't know if you'd call it reality movie, documentary, whatever it is. They convinced this dude that he is the star of this movie, and it's just all fake. And my God, is it hilarious? But he co-did Windy City Heat as well. That thing is awesome.
Kimmel is a good accessory to a good team. I don't think he's the face of anything. I don't think he should be that person. Although,
yeah, like MSK.
Did you see the episode where he came back, MSK?
Whoa. I had the clips actually. I didn't see the full episode. I saw most of the clips.
So you're saying he's basically like, if we're gonna do an analogy, right? He is the advisor to the king, or the vice president, or like the part of the cabinet. He's not the president, or if that's fair to say as an analogy, right?
Let's keep him in the comedy cabinet, but yeah, he's definitely not one of the face.
Yeah, on the writing team, on the production team, not the star.
So did he end up having to apologize? I think in one of the clips I saw,
he did not apologize, but he presented his case, and
he sort of did. It's that like, I'm sorry if you felt like, but that's not really saying.
That's not an apology. That's not an apology. That's like, I'm sorry you felt that way. Yeah, that's not.
But like he said that he had said that what happened the day that it happened with Charlie Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he reached out to his family, and nobody should have to suffer through that. And then he was talking about the experience, and in no way was he making a joke about someone getting murdered, and he got choked up. And I don't know, he's not a good actor, so I would take that as sincere.
It seemed like it was sincere, but
I will say this though, if anything, he probably apologized to her, to Mrs. Kirk. That's probably it. But to the other people, to the live fans, and pretty much Donald Trump and the FCC, he just said, "I'm not apologizing to you guys. I'm sorry that you felt that way."
I know he wasn't gonna apologize to Trump. Like, why would he? He doesn't even.
No, because I know he didn't apologize. He said, "I'm sorry you felt that way." The only person he probably apologized was her.
He went a little bit further than that. He was saying like, if it were the other way, I could possibly see how I could misinterpret it, and I'm sorry if you see it that way. I mean, it's a little bit worse than like, sorry you feel like that. But
so wait, what is the exact infraction? What is the line or the joke or the delivery that is damning?
Because it was the end part of it where he implied that the shooter was anything but MAGA, like one of them. I think that's the end part of it.
And also the joke that Trump, like he showed a clip, right? Like when
has nothing to do with Charlie Kirk. That's damning on Trump. That he talks about his ballroom when he asks him about his friend.
Yeah, and then he talked about, and this is what happened. He was like, "Oh, and by the way, I'm sorry that," and then I'm sorry about Kirk and his family, and then he goes to something else as if it wasn't that big of a deal. I think that's why Donald Trump got upset, because it was taken.
But that's a clip of Donald Trump.
Yes.
So Donald Trump is mad that someone used a clip of him.
And other people in the right/Republican side, yes.
Here was, because I have a lot of these saved, but here was one of them. He said, "I don't think what I say is going to make much of a difference. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. It was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man."
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, that's. I mean, I think that was the biggest part of all this happening was people said, "Oh, this is freedom of speech getting, I guess, trampled on," as they say.
So what the thing that wasn't funny was footage of our president making himself look stupid. So the fact that we just used footage of someone else, that's
But then he has like 2 punchlines after that, because then he said it's the 4th stage of grieving construction, which to me is kind of a funny one. And then he has the same amount of grieving as a 4-year-old over a goldfish or something like that. Like there was a goldfish punchline on top of that. Like
again,
there were 2 tags.
How is this offensive to Charlie Kirk or the estate of Charlie Kirk?
So it's the previous line. So his actual thing is, so the quote is, "We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving." And then that's when
you could provide footage of the MAGA gang. I mean, instantly Nancy Mace said that it's on Democrats' hands. The governor, governor of Utah said, I was hoping and praying it was not one of us. So how are you supposed to interpret that?
Yeah.
Like
well,
there's
Trump was also on Fox and Friends like right away as well, saying
three MAGA crowd saying that. So that's proof. Like
that's why
it's not exactly a joke so much as him just saying, you guys really want this person not to be MAGA. So like
people are interpreting that as so everyone that I've heard that's really upset with it has been interpreting that as he's saying that the kid was MAGA. And
that's the thing that I had said. I think that's the thing that's the part of the
You're one of the people I was talking about. Yeah. So when I've had them like explain to me like what is so upsetting about this, it's that they say that he's saying that the MAGA kid was, or that the shooter was a MAGA kid. Where when I'm reading this, it's we hit some new lows over the weekend. The MAGA gang is desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered him as anything other than that. I mean, there's at least 3 cases that Charles and I can think of like off the top of our head that were that weekend where it seemed like they were before any information was released saying like this guy is obviously left, which I mean, it makes sense to me, but
I'm going to throw a quick wrench into this just in your thing, which is now when he says this in front of people. Now, keep in mind, we take that as a joke or not a funny joke, right? But do you guys believe that was an intentional thing to mislead the audience, but it is disguised as a joke?
But so
that's the implication of it.
Counter question: so is what he said a lie? Because I've seen the word,
but then it can go back to this. Just one quick thing: can you lie under free speech? If free speech is the main thing about this, are you able to lie under free speech? That'd be the most biggest part about it.
Well, that's going to be one of the things, whether comedy is going to be a lie in the future or not. If comedy has to be like 100% factual, that's going to be tough because one of the things that you go to a comedian for is their viewpoint, because it's kind of a unique viewpoint and it's generally not the viewpoint that everyone is looking at it. It's kind of a twist on it. That's what kind of makes it funny. So I don't know. I think, yes, obviously he is looking at this ideologically and he has a certain bend to it, but
yeah. But the problem is, satirically speaking, you can present his setup, punchline, and tags as beliefs. Like he has video that supports his tag that he says about, the 4th stage of grief is whatever, because the president was talking about the ballroom when asked about his friend who was murdered. So there's video evidence to support his tag. It's hack bullshit. I'll say that. Of course it is. But I'm sorry, satire is, playing with the truth, but I don't know if I would throw the word lie out there.
Yeah, well, that's why I always say here, intent matters. What was his actual intent behind? Yeah, that's what it would boil down to. But then, like you guys saying, you're right. Then again, even if all that's true, that doesn't mean he needs to be canceled. I don't think any of that results in a cancellation, or a suspension. Maybe, sure, that's his job.
Without the government's intervention, if Disney thinks, we don't want that here. That's them. They've done it before. We've discussed a handful of people.
Right.
That's fine. Keep the government out of that shit.
The problem with that is there are midwits who would take the next logical step. He never implied that he was MAGA. He was saying that MAGA was trying to hope that he wasn't one of them. But that could be interpreted,
But again, if you use one person's speech, the governor of Utah said, "I was praying it wasn't one of us."
Yes. Yeah.
How do you interpret that?
Right. Yeah. But then again, do you guys always interpret me as one of you guys?
Yes, because you always talk about the blacks.
Never.
I'm kidding.
I'm just saying I disavow everything that this man says.
Yeah, that's why, if I'll say this, if you are a free speech absolutist, do you guys just think, not saying him, just in general, would you think lying is covered by free speech? And if you believe that, which most of us probably do, you're good to go.
It's covered by free speech, but you can go to jail for lying.
You can.
You can say whatever you want, but you can go to jail for it. That's for certain.
I don't want to be in jail.
Unless Jimmy Kimmel said that he's playing a character or a bit, which a lot of people do that. Even Alex Jones said that in court. Remember, he said he was.
I think MSK is playing a character, but I'm not sure. I think it's an Andy Kaufman bit, and I think he's gone too deep.
Well, he has to wrestle women for that to happen and get power drive by Jerry Lawler or smacked in the face on the Tonight Show.
I wrestled some women during sex. It was pretty good.
Yeah, but you got to get smacked by Jerry Lawler on the Tonight Show.
If the government is so concerned about what is being said and the truth behind what is being said on television, they need to establish some sort of law where if you're going to call yourself the news, you cannot lie. You cannot give opinions. You can only distribute the news. There has to be some sort of hour or so where the American public can go, okay, this is just the news. It's not some dude's take on the news. It's what happened.
Well, and comedy news is definitely not going to be a thing. Like you also couldn't have gut fields or whatever.
If you have something as simple as on the bottom, like this is satirical. Like you're covering your ass. Then in that case,
fair enough.
Yes, MSK is overrated.
Yeah. I was just saying,
much so.
Lying and defamation, those are serious enough to be jail or you get, you definitely get sued. I mean, like I said before, I guess not freedom of consequences can apply, but
that's why
it really depends, man. Like I don't think, I don't think with television in general, it's lying. Like it's literally television. Like you realize, like a reality show, that's not how everything went down. Like they make up storylines and shit, and they find ways to edit to increase tension and a whole lot of other shit. Like they really play with a lot of things. I think that's much closer to lying than just having like an ideological viewpoint. But maybe I'm being naive on it.
Equally, I think people who complain about being canceled aren't understanding that, they have freedom of speech, not freedom of consequence. You could say whatever the hell you want, but people can also decide to not pay for your shit. Like, you can still say what you want.
Like Jimmy Kimmel.
The consumer can be like,
right, the government, I'll restate this. If the government didn't get involved and say it's the easy way or the hard way, or so-and-so's next, Disney has every reason to just say it's just not working. He sent something we didn't appreciate. But the government cannot get involved in that.
It makes it look super fishy in this case. And then you get...
I don't know.
It's weird defending him, but that's when you get like their stock plummeting $6.8 billion in valuation. Like that's crazy. And then they had a whole bunch of stars also say that they wouldn't work with him, such as like Pedro Pascal, who is doing Mandalorian Grogu and supposedly the next Avengers shit with them, along with a whole bunch of other stuff. And a whole bunch of other directors, actors who are supposed to be in major things that they were just willing to cut. It seems like it's been a much bigger deal because of the overreach.
Yeah, but that's laughable though. Pedro Pascal is such a spineless piece of shit. He's just talking out his ass. I'd never do this. It's called a contract, buddy. You better do it, or else we're gonna take away it from you.
Well,
the dude who is supposed to do the X-Men. Like essentially the whole next arc on that. Yeah, he signed it and was saying he will not work with them. I'm just saying there are some people who have pretty big stake with future Disney productions who are willing to sign it. I think they see this possible overreach and the implications that could be like a comedy czar, a truth czar, whatever you want to call it. I'm glad that they stood up for it, even if they're in some weird crowd. I don't like everyone on that list, but
hypocritical.
I applaud them.
Bastards I've ever seen. It's just so weird how this is the hill they want to die on, but the next day,
this time
it's fine.
This time it is the government. So again, I don't like defending Hollywood, but before it was like people on the internet, and it was people that weren't necessarily in Hollywood's favor at the time. Like, oh, that's someone who's ideologically different. This is one of them. I think that's what it took to actually see this, but the fact that it was so blatant, they can't ignore it, and then it's in their industry. So it's sad that now is when they're waking up to this thing, but hey, I'm glad that they're on board. It sucks.
It sucks though. Like back in the day, what was it, the Red Scare or whatever it was called, right? Where people were accused of being communist in Hollywood. You remember that?
Sure, the McCarthy era.
Yeah. Lucille Ball almost got blacklisted because of that. Like a bunch of writers, a lot of people that.
But I love Lucy.
Yeah, but a lot of them, because they said her uncle was a communist, so therefore she's a communist. Weird shit.
I mean,
dude, if we didn't have freedom of speech now, it's
God.
insane. It is fucking insane, right?
Dude, it works on Twitter like that too. If a Hollywood person that it's left wing or in their little group retweets something from a right wing person, even if they don't agree with that person, they see a retweet and a like as endorsement. These people, that's why I understand where Gray's coming from. I really do, but I cannot take what these people say seriously when they're this mentally deranged.
What do you mean these people?
The actors and actresses. Who else were we talking about?
All of them?
I don't know. I tuned
and
out.
Writers and producers and directors who think
producers and writers in that too. Some of these people literally think, "Oh, a retweet is endorsement." What if I'm just liking it because I don't know, want to say my opinion about it? These people are insane. It's so weird when they're just like, "Hey, this is the hill I'm dying on. You can suck the fattest part of my butthole." Honestly,
I don't think that's what they said. I think they said we don't like the practices. We don't like you.
Are you a fan of actors and artists for their takes on things that are happening in the world, or do you appreciate their work?
It would obviously be the work, but if they're going to throw their hat into the ring and make these their stances, I just, like, oh, okay. If we're going to play endorsement games, that means you guys being on the show endorse everything I say, which you don't.
No, I have specifically disavowed everything.
But if you're not allowed on other shows because of being here, right? You would think that's.
Oh no, I'm on Lap's show tomorrow. You all should come by. It's called Last Panel. That's great.
Less quality, more qualities here.
Obviously. Is it on his channel? I'll go watch it.
Oh my God! Just the fucking cloud chasing is crazy here. But no,
I can go live on my channel right now and get like 4 times whatever's just here.
God.
Just right now. I could start right now.
Yeah, but think of the damage that would do to your channel.
Here. See that's you giving me reparations. That's owed to me, historically. But I would think that's pretty crazy.
Man.
The whole guilt by association. That's literally what guilt by association is, and I don't really agree with that.
I do feel guilty to be associated with.
Oh Lord! All right, fucking Star Wars. Let's go around the hatch with this, and then we'll just do our Star Wars topic. But King Style, what did you want to say about the finishing of this topic, actually?
Well, I just want to say that, look, I'm not really a fan of Jimmy Kimmel, but I don't think he should be fired, right? Because if it was anybody like us in that situation, should we be fired for anything, like a joke or not a joke or a fib or whatever, right? As long as you're not killing somebody because of that. It's not like you're a doctor and you forgot to give blood and lied and said, no, she was fine, and then she died on the table, right? As long as it's not something like that, then no, you shouldn't be fired. And it's fair for people to have the right to talk regardless of that, as long as they're not inciting, like, yeah, I think we should go to this person's house and kill them and actually do that, right? Because we have freedom of speech and freedom of press for a reason. It's to protect us. Because we're Americans.
So what protects me?
Hey, Gray, I'm assuming you're American too, right?
Oh hell yeah! I'm saluting, and
you said something about being in Canada earlier, and
I got deported from Canada, and I turned back to my home country and embraced her fully.
Yes, Lady Liberty, yay! I just think it should be fair for everybody, even Donald Trump. The same thing. If that happened to him on The Apprentice, that shouldn't happen, and I don't think it's right that we should be in trouble for that. Like, yeah, Disney, if they want to fire him or suspend him or whatever, that is their decision because they're a corporation and it's a privately owned entity. They don't have to give reasons to us publicly why things happened. right? Unless it's like a criminal thing, like Jimmy Kimmel killed his wife or something, and we're not endorsing that.
And then he had sex with Diddy, and then
because Aaron, like for example, Aaron Hernandez killed his girlfriend or fiance, right? He went to jail, and his the NFL team fired him because why are we going to keep somebody on the roster that killed somebody? He's in jail. Why are we going to
be murdering jokes or?
No, that won't. But the private company, they can do whatever they want, right?
No, I am saying that unless it's an extreme like that, Jimmy Kimmel should not be fired. Should not. That's the point that I'm saying.
Great point. Kind of bringing up that NFL thing. Also, Disney is trying to buy the NFL, or AB. Yeah, I believe it's Disney. So there's another giant merger that the FCC would control. So there's a few things kind of like scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. That's what makes this look a little messed up. And then when you add that mob-like language of we can do this the easy way or the hard way, man, it actually polarized a bunch of people into actually doing some action. So hell yeah, I'm glad that people finally got on board with that's a bit of overreach. We can't do that shit. But yeah, it's still it kind of scares me. I just don't like people getting in trouble for telling jokes. I will never enjoy people getting fired for saying words, but yeah, they are private companies, so I guess they do get say. But where it concerns me is when the government comes in.
And I agree. Like as much as I don't like that, right? That a company can fire anybody, dude, that's their business. They have all the power, and we can't say no to that because we can't tell them what to do. So that's how the cookie crumbles. And
no, he killed a random black dude who was marrying his fiance's sister.
I thought he killed his fiance.
He killed someone.
He yeeted
Definitely
someone.
killed someone.
What was that black NFL player who fucking two-pieced up that girl in that elevator? I forgot that dude's fucking name. But I guess that's a private company. Don't need to get rid of him too. Yeah, that's where we start with the slippery slope here. But
wait. So what are you talking about? As I just spoke about it an hour earlier about news needing to be honest. What the hell are you talking about specifically?
He's just demonstrating lying.
Because you're stirring up angst amongst your three viewers.
I love these viewers. These are bots. I pay for these viewers. What the hell?
You paid too much, sir. Was it Ray Rice? Oh, in the elevator.
Yeah. They fired. I forgot which order he played for.
Assault. I thought you were implying murder. I apologize because I was connecting dots that weren't there.
Oh, you're saying black people kill people? I mean, that's true. That is true. Black people.
It was just the timing, and I was like, wait, what? But yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Ray Rice, yeah.
I remember
he suspended.
He was suspended, yeah. But if they had not suspended that guy and they had kept him, it's like, well, private company, we don't really want. Fuck you, fans. You'll come to our games and watch us anyways. But then again, there's rules for these things.
Adrian Peterson was suspended for a year too.
Aaron Hernandez killed Odin Lloyd.
Good Lord.
Thought it was his fiance, but yeah.
Kimball got removed for blatantly lying about who shot Charlie, not jokes. Let's come back to reality. Well, but yes, we'll be going to reality in just a moment here, talking about some overrated.
Yeah, polarizing reality.
Yeah, Star Wars. Yeah, we'll get into that in just a moment here. I'm gonna have I already watched the trailer, but I'm gonna have it playing over here. Not sure I have it playing in front of me,
so no one can see it. I'm gonna be looking at it. You guys cannot see it.
I'm not getting. No, I'm on my best behavior. No trouble. I'm the best human being.
Don't play anything that Disney has because they'll fucking copyright strike faster than saying the word Mississippi.
Yeah, they'll bend me over and blow my back out like Diddy did. That comment was definitely from Rumble. I don't stream on Rumble with this show. It's live on YouTube, Twitch, and X. Rumble. I put the VODs on Rumble, but I don't stream on Rumble actually. But yeah, Will, when are you gonna direct all your viewers over here? I would love to have a lots of clout. You people enslaved me like in Django, So Quentin Tarantino, when's that guy's last movie coming out? He's always talking about some last movie he's supposed to make.
I don't think he's ever gonna make a last movie. If a studio told him, hey, we're gonna give you a film franchise to make, he'll drop that whole thing in a heartbeat if he had full creative control.
He lost his brain when he said Joker 2 was a good movie. I was like, bro, okay, I guess.
Dude, he is just kissing ass. That's just how it is in Hollywood. Your friends / the people you're gonna work with in the future, you can't bury them.
What
'Cause if you
was the
do-
last? What was the last movie he was supposed to do? Was what? It was supposed to be about making it in Hollywood, like some director movie. What was it?
It was one of them. The ideas was going to be Kill Bill Volume 3 and 4.
See, the problem is like this as a piece of the internet culture that gets all up in a tizzy and creates tornadoes of little morsels of news discussing, oh, what could possibly happen. A lot of it are just ideas. A lot of them are just like, you know, a word on a notepad, and it spreads through the dirt rags on Hollywood. And you know, Tarantino could have said something like Star Trek once, and someone makes an article, and then it makes its way to the internet, and Twitter takes it and runs. And next thing you know, for 6 months, Quentin Tarantino's in talks to direct Star Trek. And
yeah, well, it's usually just the headline too. It's not even what is actually said. It's mostly just the headline that gets people, because there was remember that immigrant comment that was made around the time James Gunn's Superman movie came out, but when you actually read what he said, it was like, this isn't even what people have presented it like at all. It's just like he said something completely different. And you know, James Gunn said some odd things, but I didn't think what was presented in the headline misrepresented what he had actually said. Because you know, fuck media, as Charles always say. The media is the enemy of the people. That's what he always says.
James Gunn, noticed that he quietly dropped some of the projects that he was going to do, and now he has to focus on more stuff that
we will
basically the Trinity / the rest of the Justice League roster that's important. He has to focus on because you can't. We don't want to see Captain Kangaroo movie. I'm sorry.
I'll just say, hey,
no.
There was a hot rich black guy that said that's what you were always supposed to do, but people call me crazy. It's okay. I will always be the guy that tells it like it is. And Gray agrees with me. He's my Darth Padawan. I am the Darth Sith Lord around here.
Yeah, you're the dark side. Yeah.
Absolutely. If you gave me one brick for every article about a movie that was supposed to happen that didn't, I would have a mansion.
I love a mansion too, with all that bricks, man.
If you had $1 for every movie that went into production and didn't come out, I would be a fucking millionaire. You know how many movies I heard about getting? Dude, I heard about that Borderlands movie for like 2011, 2012.
Well, technically
like
speaking,
2 years ago.
The Crow, right, with Brandon Lee. Had he not died, that would have had a sequel. Had he not died, they would have continued. That's why City of Angels, the TV show, happened. Because it was a retelling of the first movie and the other spin-off stuff that was technically a semi-sequel.
Yeah.
That would have been a Brandon Lee project had he not died.
I did like the director's comment about the new remake, where he was like, yeah, I guess there's not that much money to be made there. It's like, God damn, the original director is just went and threw that shade at the movie. Holy God, man. I love it. We need more of that. But
also,
Hollywood,
The Mask,
sensitive nowadays.
The Mask 2 was supposed to be a thing too. That never happened because Jim Carrey said no.
The Mask, what a classic movie, you know? Oh, I love that part.
And it's official because according to the Nintendo Power, right, magazine, for a contest, if you enter now, you get to be an extra and interact with the cast members and all that. Nintendo can't lie about that because they get in trouble. So it was an official contest.
Oh God! Imagine. I know they made Son of the Mask, but I never watched that. I only just
Son of the Mask is dog shit, dude. It is the worst. One of the worst sequel movies I ever seen in my life.
Okay, man, what's worse than that? Did you see the Halle Berry movie where it was a shark movie called, I think, Deep or something? It was like Into the Tide. It might be literally one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's not only trash, but it's just worse than trash. It's like when you take a shit and I would hold it in my hands and I would eat it. That's how bad it was.
If you see, the Catwoman movie, right? Technically, that was supposed to be a sequel or spinoff to the, Batman 2 of Tim Burton.
Oh, God.
Because it was repurposed for Halle Berry.
Oh, God.
And that was terrible.
Wasn't Quavo supposed to be like Scarecrow or some shit? A bunch of bad ideas. If I had $1 for every bad idea Hollywood would leak in interviews, because I would be so rich, I could give you clout right now currently.
Is it Hollywood leaking that, or is it fucking Hollywood shit stirs trying to make themselves feel important?
Oh, speaking of that,
it could be both. It could be both.
Before we get to the topic, before we get to that, Oh my God! This is how you can tell Hollywood media, or just like not Hollywood media.
Careful, you're talking to Hollywood media. No.
Like, you remember when you can look up these old like critic reviews. You know how like from when a new movie comes out, it says the critics are saying it'll blow your butthole, it'll gape you, right?
Mhm.
For Batman and Robin, there was famous quotes from that movie, and it turned out to be one of the worst superhero movies ever. So
Nice to meet you.
I should look them up right now. What were the quotes people gave that movie before it came out? Batman and Robin.
Dude, had that movie did well, we would have had a sequel where Madonna would have played Harley Quinn, but it would have been Joker's daughter. I'm so glad that movie bombed.
There was a black dude that was gonna play Scarecrow. I was like, well, I think those movies' ideas were already fried. They had already pretty much. I'll be honest, I never actually liked those movies in general. Like the first one is, in my opinion, pretty overrated. I don't even like Batman Returns. Yeah, the only one I kind of sort of can get through is like the first one. I think they're all not good. That's just me. That's me. People don't like when I say those things, but it's okay because I have gray here.
Well, I mean, they're just objectively wrong, is all.
Yeah, they are.
But I will die for your chance to say such wrong words. What can I say? Batman '89 and Batman Returns are pretty awesome, man. If for nothing else, come on, that Catwoman. That's the best one we've had on screen.
Dude, she looked great in that suit, dude. Fuck yeah.
Good Lord. Here. Okay, I found it. Here's an old newspaper ad in the Los Angeles Times from June 20th, 1997, from Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin.
Mm-hmm.
This is a newspaper ad. Okay, let me bring up here. Let me
newspaper article, not an ad. An article.
Give me 1 second here. Girls are messaging me.
So I can't wait to hear the name of this well-established journalist.
It's so dark in here. Hold on.
You're gonna have to zoom in. You're gonna have to zoom in on the image.
I got it. Even downloading the image would make it better.
So
hopefully it's not one of the cases where you zoom in and it gets blurrier and blurrier when you can't see it.
This is how old this is. Look at this. So the first one says the best of the Batman movies.
Yeah.
The
so
best Batman ever.
Those are all pull quotes. The names of the quotes are very, very small. If you can get the names of who they're quoting, you can get anyone to say dumb shit like that. Even more so now, because all you need is a TikTok or Twitter following, and they'll just quote.
You're right.
John 2749 says it's the greatest thing ever.
John 4279. Mine would be XX Pussy Destroyer XX. Fuck.
Well, I don't think they can put that in a newspaper or TV commercial, but.
Well, for his poll quotes, that's his nom de plume.
This horrible movie. This is a surefire hit, a sizzling blockbuster.
Who said that?
Yeah, but you don't know that the rest of their quote wasn't. I'm not going to say this was a surefire hit or a sizzling blockbuster, but.
Oh, what the spectacular tops any Batman ever. Oh my God.
I'm not going to say this was spectacular or it tops every Batman ever. I think these are like selective quotes. Like these are part of sentences. None of these are a full sentence.
That or like, a random 4-year-old could be delivering that.
Okay, quote. A 4-year-old can't write like this. There's no way.
That's not.
Well, so they would help them. It was originally in crayon.
They would have wrote it down. For
my favorite Batman so far. The special effects are astonishing. Okay, if anyone's. You got paid.
That's someone who's related to someone on the crew.
How much money did Warner Brothers pay that person to say that objective lie?
That is also
less than you'd think.
Yeah,
the best Batman ever. He had a bat ass.
Dude, here's the problem
bat
with
nipples. They had
here's
bat
the problem
nipples.
with people.
Okay, can you name any?
Go on, Greg.
There was a lot of influence. I was gonna say, can you name a better movie with bat skates in it?
You got me there. You got me.
It's worse now because someone who has 200 followers, Warner Brothers can go to them and say, "Hey, you want a T-shirt?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, okay, all right, just tweet this," and they'll tweet that, get their dumb shirt, and then Warner Brothers gets to use their quote. And next thing you know, John 2749 with his 200 followers said it's the greatest thing ever, and then they get to put it on their DVD cover, and everything looks legit for a T-shirt. For a T-shirt.
Will, this is XX. Okay, not. Okay. So even so I saw this also on this account on Instagram. I can't even. I mean, you can kind of make out the names better, but it's so old. The fucking font is all faded out and shit. I can't.
Which one is it? Batman Forever?
Yeah, this is the same. This is the same one. This is Batman and Robin. Yeah. The same one. I try to get a much more better looking image of the resolution, like where it says the actual person who said it. At least not the person, the publication who would have a person say that. It's all blurred out. So I'm not saying it didn't exist. It's just the font is so faded on it that you can't see.
That sucks. You can't even use AI to enhance the pictures so you can actually see it.
The last three just said writer TV. So I don't know. I think they just
I didn't know television was a name of a writer.
But no, the reason why I brought this up to you guys, and you guys know this as well as I do, is these people will shill for anything. We know how horrible that movie is. These people, even just from 1997, were telling you that was the best Batman.
Oh. Okay, so here I got your back here. Hold on.
Got another more better resolution one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it looks
well.
Bad.
I mean,
he
did more effort than you did.
Whoa.
So if you present what I said, all right. So Spectacular is Bobby Wygant of NBC TV. I don't know if that's an affiliate. Astonishing is Jeffrey Lyons, who's a name I've heard. WNBC TV. That's New York.
Okay.
Sizzling Jules Pemer of WKDM Radio.
What? It could be. This is a spectacular failure. Like it's astonishing how much we spent on this.
Sure.
It is sizzling my eyes. This really is not good visually. I don't know.
Fire.
And of course, the action films don't get better than this. From Bonnie Churchill of National News Syndicate. You know, the ever so prestigious.
Well, I mean, she is Churchill's great daughter.
There's a quote above it, which it says the best of the Batman movies, a super treat. Who was paid to write that? Who got paid to write that?
That's what I'm saying. Like these, who are any of these people? They
probably lost their jobs.
People that said the right thing.
They lied.
Wait.
They lost their jobs.
We didn't even talk about the best one. Absolutely the best Batman ever.
Thanks, Bill.
Two absolutes. From NBC TV.
With
your travesty to Williams.
With it's 3 exclamation points. And it's in all caps. Absolutely. That's what I was trying to bring up to people. These critics or whatever always have been bought and paid for.
And it's worse now. It's worse now. The price is lower now. The price is, it's not even like, hey, we'll bring you out to
give you access to this movie.
Yeah.
Like to the premiere.
It used to be like a premiere, the after party. It's like something
Those guys
else.
get more than a t-shirt.
Also, you get
now it's like,
you get
you want a free
to
ticket?
interview the cast members too. Remember that.
Yeah, right.
The radio or the television people.
Oh God, if you paid me to make up quotes, oh my God, this was the best. I had the most amazing, absolutely sex ever. It blew my mind.
Well, you know it's sad though. Like movies did this back in the day, but so did video game companies. Like which is sad because I used to believe some of those, those review companies, like IGM, right? All those like Spike.
They're bad at it too.
What was it called? Oh my God! All those fucking reviewing video game websites. I used to think those were reliable sources, but then I saw a video that exposed that it was a shitty video game, and when somebody said I'm not putting my endorsement, they fired him because they wanted to take the money from Activision Blizzard. The guy said, "No, we're not. I don't want to fucking put my name. This is a shitty game," and it was.
I remember what IGN would do. The IGN would always give games a 7. Even the worst games would get a 7, a fucking 7. It was either a 7 or a 10.
Oh. They use the multi-scale.
So what I'm talking about is or is not possible. There's a chance this is true. There's a chance it's not. Let's just say for theoretical purposes, this did not happen. I was approached by someone who wanted press, and they asked, hey, would you like to interview a very specific technical part? Let's just say a sound technician from our film. I've responded with, yeah, can I see the film? And they never got back to me. What they said was great opportunity for content creators. So it happens where they'll just feel people out for, just give us any sort of publicity. This is a good opportunity for you to get your into I don't know, future endeavors where if you say the right thing, we'll give you access. And some people will play ball. Like it's just sending out feelers to. Like, I'm someone where if you're going to ask me to interview a sound technician, I need to know what I'm interviewing them for. Like, yeah, I'll interview them, but can I see the thing so I can take notes and say, hey, when you had this explosion here, why did you choose that noise?
But the difference between
well, why would you want to do that? Just come up with a bunch of sound puns. Like your job sounds fun.
Well, the difference between
I'm sure you can get better.
And other people are. So this is how we know the media is with a lot of people you mentioned. They're just desperate to get any level of access. That any access is just. I will say this is the best thing ever since sliced bread. Like I think they're allowed 1 or 2 bad reviews because they do give some bad reviews sometimes. So I imagine they're allowed a freebie every once in a while. But most of the track record is like about 8 out of 10 times, it's going to be a glazing review. This is the best movie since the last best action movie since The Raid or something like that. It's like
the last time that was a thing, right? When they did commercials or the trailers when they already released the film, because they would do another trailer, right? Or a commercial spot, and the voiceover guy like Don Fontaine, in a world, right? the Washington Post gave it a 5.7 out of 10, saying it wasn't that good, right? Like you'd have that. LA Times said this is a spectacular movie and you should definitely bring your family.
Bring your whole family.
Yeah, like
go
my
watch
thing
Spider-Man.
If you're gonna make me go against what I think, my price is way higher than a retweet. Like I want to not worry about rent again. If you're gonna make me go against what my beliefs are, then I need to live comfortably.
This is your chance to talk to MSK's editor. So it's really getting your foot in the door.
This was an ad.
So you're saying that you have a price? Yeah, if the price is right.
Listen, if I come out and say Joker 3 is the most anticipated thing ever, that means I'm comfortable.
You're on that payroll.
I want to see where they go from here.
Because I know Kingstyle brought up Catwoman. An ad for Catwoman, at least in the promo art, was "Do you like bad girls?" Not even quotes from critics. Do you like bad girls?
Yeah, that's how you know it's bad. They can't even
literally.
That means
the
movie was so bad they couldn't pay a critic to put their name on it.
Look, I would say that it was a good movie. Back then, I would say that it's a good movie if I get to bang, Halle Berry.
Not sure that they paid that well back in the day.
I would do that. I would fuck Halle Berry if I had that. Like if they told me you just have to say this is a good movie. Fuck yeah, I definitely say that.
You can understand your confusion. That's not exactly what a pull quote means, but fair enough. Close enough.
I'm saying if they want me to say it's good, you have to offer me something good.
Right.
Just like Will said.
People are selling out for a goodie bag and a
retweet or a t-shirt or a bumper sticker. No, I'm not doing that.
Sorry. It might be just a follow
but
on
it's
Twitter.
A keychain. That is a bottle opener.
Hey,
Come on.
Hey, Warner Brothers, can you follow me on Twitter so it can look like I am important?
Fuck that.
Come on, if I'm going to sell out, let me interview, James Gunn, or let me interview David Cornsweet, right? About the process of making the film for however long. Like, give me something, right?
Let me interview Grace Randolph. Grace, what's up, girl? What it tastes like, you know?
What it tastes like?
Yeah, just go up to Grace Randolph and be like, "Hey, yo, what it tastes like?" You want it long dick?
That's your pinnacle.
What we're talking about?
That's what you're aiming for,
dude. Grace, you can tell she got a fat pussy. She got a fat ass. Dude, you can tell she wants to get her back blown on by a big black guy named MSK. You can tell.
Oh
I
God,
can feel it.
You know, even your camera was like, for shame. We need to censor the internet from seeing him say that.
Be very careful. Because I think Grace would say that, like, if she does the deed with you, she'll lie and say that you took advantage of her.
Oh, I couldn't. She hasn't had sex in forever. She'd be willing to do it.
I don't know about that, dude.
Anyone would.
Anyone would. I'm just saying, like, she might let me just blow her back out in her butthole, blow my load inside of that, and then leave. You know, you wouldn't want to put it in her vagina. I'm trying to get her pregnant. I would blow my brains out to have.
Not gonna say it's a 0% possibility, but
dude, she's
got to be low.
Dude, she is like in her 50s. She ain't gonna be getting a baby.
True. Oh, has she went through menopause? Probably. She ain't. No dude's touching that with a 10-foot pole. Do you remember that one when James Gunn's Suicide Squad movie came out like a few years ago? She was like, "Oh, it's so bad. Why? They used like real animals on set and killed
Yes,
them." Like,
Labs comic fan. I said Corn Sweat. That's his name. David Corn Sweat. That is fucking name. Yes, that is definitely his name.
What about
MSK refers to him as sweet corn.
I like. Hey, you can tell he's got a long dick. You can already tell from that bulge. Good lord. That's why we knew Rachel Brosnahan was going into his trailer. Break time, sucking on his Superman. I can already tell.
Did you just try and punctuate your joke by knocking on the mic?
Well, I guess that's the mic drop, right? It's the. He's not going to drop the mic for real. So
I like, hey, like if I can get it, but keep in mind some of these interviews people get are like 5 minutes max. You know, unless you're a big media.
I know. What would you do with the extra 4.5 minutes?
I don't even know.
I could have a 10-minute interview if I just say this is a good movie. Fuck yeah.
Like if I got chance to bang Grace Randall, I'd be like, okay, I only lasted like 10 seconds. I got 4 strokes in. What else is there to do? I want to talk to her. She's retarded.
Are you doing a bit right now because you're like your ceiling is Grace Randolph?
Good night. Yeah, good night, Laps. See you later, buddy. I have a few ransom notes to write.
Okay.
All right.
Take care, Labs.
Take care.
Yeah, big fan.
MSK isms. Common Mac L.
I don't. Like, I hope you're doing a thing because.
Hey, it's Warren.
Hey, Warren, what's up, man?
Later, Laps. Don't mind any vans you see out back. Oh my God. Okay, we're not putting a raid outside of his house. I'm not going to Virginia. West Virginia? What the hell? That's where they filmed Coach Carter. That's a state he lives in, not an address, you weirdo. Also, isn't it a movie where Coach Carter was filmed?
People are now 1/50th closer.
1/50th. Goodness gracious. Well, I've had a lot of sex recently, so I'm good. I am.
Not with Grace Randolph, at least.
Hey, babe,
you're like a
choosers.
Yet.
Wait, are you saying you're like a sexual camel?
What the fuck did you just say to me? No, Gray. I am currently drinking Vagisil and I'm growing 3 different vaginas.
That's not how that works.
How do you know that?
You don't drink Vagisil.
Yet.
Dude,
you're applying it wrong.
I think you'd throw up if you drank Vagisil. I think you'd be vomiting all over the place.
Not if you put it in a blender.
That's not supposed to be consumed.
Put it in a blender with mayonnaise and ketchup. Shit. Holy God.
So, Mandalorian and Grogu?
Yeah, sure. We have that to talk about as well. But
have we finished the intros yet?
Oh, God. I feel that episode of South Park where he took Vagisil to make himself more retarded because he wanted to drive NASCAR because he thought the people that could drive NASCAR were dumb poor people. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Holy shit.
Didn't he sniff glue or huffed glue?
Dude, I love how these people in Hollywood have this thing about Hitler. There's an episode of South Park. I literally just saw the reel of it today. Cartman said, I loved Hitler. Literally said that word for word. Because South Park has always been this way. They've always made fun of people.
Well, didn't Cartman dress up like Hitler in a cartoon, like for Halloween?
He did the KKK. Yeah.
And then he dressed up like a ghost, aka a Klansman.
Well, you haven't been watching this season, have you? Like the entire last episode was all about the wordplay of Donald Trump is definitely fucking Satan.
They're definitely not as God, I hate it. Like back then,
it was hilarious, man. Like literally, it's the character of Satan, and the press was convinced that he was having sex. He's fucking Satan.
Telling him you don't drink it. That's true. I must be ingesting it wrong.
Yeah, but that's Saddam Hussein, though. They're gonna reveal that later.
All right.
He has the same retarded voice as Saddam Hussein.
Still the same, like, oh my God, what's that boy?
Oh my God, it's me.
Yeah, he's got that MSK voice. Yeah. Fair enough. I think it's just another way of pointing out similarities. We'll see if they go with them.
Gray, whenever you have sex, make sure to film it so I can watch your strokes.
I don't. Let's.
That's not gay at all.
It's not gay if you watch.
Not straight.
It's not. It would only be gay if I watched him finish. That would be gay. Everything else is straight.
For me to film it and then send it to you, that ain't straight, man.
Oh shit!
More open.
I'm more. Shit. fuck me in the ass, man. Huh.
I don't think
You're
Gray would
getting it.
want to do that, but okay.
Like, hey, if you're striking out like golf, hey, more power to you. I can't play golf. I'm kind of retarded, so
Breaking out like golf. Did you
Yeah, I do
mean to
sports like
combine
on the
that?
fields.
golf
You know,
was
when you're at the
always-
50-yard line and you strike out at golf, you know what I say? Get back on that horse.
hey, golf was always for losers. If you play golf, you're a loser. That's how it works.
Tell that to a lot of those golf players, man.
I'm just going to
I'm
roll
not.
that bowling alley down the ice again and
Goodness
hope for a
gracious.
Connect
Like when
4.
someone says, I'm a professional bowler. It's like,
And then bingo.
Yahtzee.
it's like when that guy's like, hey, I'm a professional bowler. We're like, we don't care. We just
Oh,
don't
no.
care. Like, fuck you. It's like those guys who are like, hey, what do you do for hobby? What do you do? I fish. Oh, congrats, you fish, which is the boringest hobby on this planet. Holy
Dude,
God.
fishing is awesome. Man,
Fishing-
you get so drunk. It's great.
Yeah,
Fishing-
you have to get drunk for it to be enjoyable. That's what I'm
Dude,
talking
fi-
about.
No,
fishing
you don't
is for you
have
to
to.
be
You
calm.
get to.
Fishing is
Yeah.
also to make you relax, dude, and also to not
Dude.
be impatient.
2,000 years
So-
ago, that's what they did to eat. What we
Yes.
call a boring hobby now, they did it to eat.
MSK. So first off, he doesn't know how to do it because all he knows about is noodling, and he gets his
Yeah,
famous
great. I just
mustache
threw my rod out.
fish.
I don't just throw my rod out there hoping some fish take the bait. Obviously.
Wait, where do you get your
I get you.
catfish from?
He noodles.
Are you talking about people posing as other people on the internet? That kind of catfish?
Oh,
But no, fishing is awesome, man. Obviously, MSK, you've never been fly fishing,
no, I went.
so then you wouldn't know whether you prefer a wet or a dry fly.
No, we went to.
I'm a dry fly man myself. It's really fun, man. Like, so you get waders, either hip waders or chest waders, and you get to like literally walk out in a river. You get to go in terrain that you've never been on before, and it's cool. Your mind just shuts off. You're just focusing on what you're doing. You wouldn't understand it, but it's the closest to
Dude.
Zen I've been in.
SpongeBob! Oh, yeah! They're sickening. I hate people. Die! I have got to get my hits up.
What the
Logical
fuck was
choice.
that?
No, I used to watch SpongeBob. I don't remember it being like that.
What I was gonna say, like when I was little, like Gray, I would Sandy Cheeks was talking about fly fishing with SpongeBob, right?
Of course.
And
Mhm.
and they showed the plane. I'm like, wait a minute, you get to go fishing while you're fucking in the while you're in the plane, fish. Dude, that sounds really cool, right? And then I got older. I'm like, that's not fly fishing at all. I thought
I just had
that would be a cool idea, though. Can you imagine a competition where you have to be on a plane while trying to fish?
It would take some real skill.
Yeah, dude, that would be so extreme. Like it would be like, you want to win this championship? Well, all these fishermen have to be on a plane on a certain altitude while they're fishing. And if you do it, you win a special trophy and $100,000 cash prize.
I would just say, do not spearfish in dark water. Don't do that. I've seen
Why
enough
not?
videos. Would you ever want to go spearfishing?
Talking.
Sure.
Would
Let's
you
do it
spear-
now.
Would you spearfish around sharks, big ones, when they look at you with them dark black eyes, staring into your soul?
That's Jaws. Oh, that's
mean-
Michael Myers.
Shit.
Kind of both.
Yeah, it is. It is both. That's weird.
Yeah.
Was it Deep Blue when Samuel Jackson was like cutting a monologue midway in a sentence, and then he
I'll
got
be honest,
eaten
with you,
by
that is
the
one of the
shark?
most surprising movie deaths ever. I genuinely did not think that was going to happen when the first time I watched it. It actually surprised me. I was like, they actually killed off Samuel Jackson? That's balls. No pun intended.
Yeah, they killed
But-
them all.
But in the 90s, he died quite a bit in movies in the 90s.
Yeah,
well,
black.
but
He deserved
deepest, bluest, my hand is a shark's fin.
He died in
Man.
Goodfellas. Remember that?
Mhm.
And this was
Stax.
before he got famous. Like, yeah, he had the patchy hair. Like that's why he was always bald. Like or wore a wig.
Stax
his ha-
Edwards,
his-
that
yeah,
was his name. in the
Wasn't
movie,
he?
yeah.
Wasn't he like the bad guy in like Coming to America too?
Yep.
Like the guy
In
robbing
the
the place?
McDowell's, he held up the McDowell's.
Yeah.
That is true.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Ooh. All right.
He
Let's
was
get
the
to the video.
father in
Hey,
Menace
MSK,
to
we're just
Society.
talking about history and cinema. We understand why you tuned out there, MSK.
No, we gotta let's get
Anyway,
to
back
the-
to-
But
back
that's
to
cool though.
Disney.
That like
Oh, good
that was
Lord,
cool that
Disney.
Samuel Jackson had a great start. And then he was in that movie with Matthew McConaughey where his daughter got abused, and he's like, "Fuck you, motherfuckers! I'll do it again, too."
Do you guys think he had sex?
Changing
with
lanes? Oh no, wait, no.
The one where it's like he's like a father of a daughter that got like abused by those.
Time to Kill.
I think so. It was Matthew McConaughey was like the lawyer dude.
Yeah, I think it's A Time to Kill. Sandra Bullock's in it. Too,
yeah,
right?
Sandra Bullock's in it too. It was
A Time to Kill.
dude. That's a good movie. That is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
MSK really would hate that one. It is a good one.
I don't like quality.
We've noticed.
Proven.
Yes.
Proven.
Some would argue you're allergic to it, but here we are.
I'm allergic to cilantro and cum, so you know.
So MSK. I'm
that?
going to segue into Disney.
Oh yeah, let's start.
Your opinion on Disney as a company right now. Are you pro Disney or against Disney? Because it seems like the team sports thing, it seems like no one should be rooting for Disney right now.
Well, we'll get into that right now. So
unless you wish upon a star.
He's white. He's fine. He can get reparations. Hello. Well, time to have sex with many different women, and maybe Kathleen Kennedy. Hey, I'll be honest here. Maybe Kathleen Kennedy can give me some Glock 3000. You never know.
Dude, I can't. No, I'm not into old women like that, dude. No,
dude. Older women know how to just jerk.
Dude, she's
Kennedy
70 years old.
Dude, come on,
I'm
man.
saying everything good there is to say.
Okay, you know what I do? Since there's a picture of Cartman as Kathleen Kennedy, I'm gonna have to do what Chef did. Oh, hey, you want to play with some toys? Toys? Oh, here's the special bag of Chef's bag of pleasure.
All right,
put the fucking bag over her head.
Let's go. Let's have some fun. Hey everyone, I am MSK and I'm black and I have no sense of humor because I'm a fucking. All right, see, that's how you have entertainment, right?
Don't
there.
start over.
Well, that's take one.
Just drive through it.
That's take three. All jokes aside, let's go. Let's have some fun
let's
here.
Fucking do this.
Fuck you. Fucking is gay. It's overrated. And if you eat vagina,
it doesn't have to be MSK. That's just your preference.
If you eat vagina, you're a homosexual.
Yes, let's go with the homosexual thing. Let's go. Come on.
Oh, okay. All jokes aside. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master. God, fucking Charles. What do you want? What do you want from me? What did I do to you? Okay. All right.
Take three.
Third time's the charm, because it's always the white people. All right, okay. All right, let's go. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Mandalorian and Grogu teaser trailer that came out about a week or two ago on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and all the social media platforms that Disney and Lucasfilm dropped this teaser trailer on. So I know we've had many videos on this channel, and we do them obviously on the MSK show, and you guys know most of our general feelings about Disney and Lucasfilm and current Disney Star Wars, right? So I don't know if I'm going to go to the theaters and watch this. I watched the trailer when it came out, and I honestly just felt nothing. Like, I just felt absolutely just blank. It's like when I come home after a hard day at work, and my wife's just there, and she's like, hey, honey, I'll give you my butthole. You can have anal sex. And I'm like, yeah, we can, but I've already had that like 5 times, so it's not as good as it once was, obviously, when you stretch that thing out. And it's just one of those things where maybe, I wouldn't say apathy has set in yet, because
we get it. You feel blank like your pillow lover.
hey, I'm getting my sock pregnant, just saying. But no, all jokes aside, I just watched the trailer like you guys did, and I know you guys have different opinions than me on most things, which is fine, obviously. I just don't really feel anything. I feel like I know how this is gonna end. Like, hey, the little fucker is going to get captured. He's going to go save him. The little fucker is going to do something powerful. A bunch of the single moms in there with like their 5 kids on their EBT and food stamps. That's the only.
You sound like a big fan. I'm assuming you've watched up to the end of season 3 there.
I will say this. Mandalorian was one of the shows I checked out a few episodes of. The shows that I watched fully from the Disney Plus Star Wars shows were Boba Fett and Obi-Wan. I saw all of those. And Mandalorian came out
Why
at a
did you
time.
choose those?
Well,
Those
so-
were like the worst. You said you watched Boba Fett and
I
Obi-Wan?
did.
What was the other one? The Acolyte?
No. Because I told you this when I first met you. I said if they mess up Obi-Wan, I'm just not gonna watch anymore, and I haven't. After Obi-Wan got messed up, I was like, there's no reason to really watch this anymore.
You know that Obi-Wan was gonna be a movie, right? Like that was
did.
the original.
I did
It was
know
gonna be It was gonna be a trilogy prequel, which is like we already had
wait.
that. Yeah.
We could have seen the trench coat bit on a big screen.
Good Lord.
Yes.
Good Lord.
But it's like, dude, we already had that. It's called the prequel trilogy that George did years ago. That was Anakin and Obi-Wan's origin story. Why do we need to see another origin story of one of them?
True. So The Mandalorian came out at a time where, quality Disney Star Wars was very few and far in between, whether you kind of liked the Disney sequel trilogy or hate it. A lot of people liked The Mandalorian season 1. Season 2 came out, also liked, had the nostalgia bait of Boba Fett being in it. You had the Luke Skywalker cameo at the very end of it. Season 3 came out, and people didn't really like that as much, honestly. And we heard there was going to be a season 4.
You're skipping over season 2.5, your Book of Boba Fett, the one that you loved watching, because everybody has said what we've needed since, the beginning of Star Wars is Boba Fett on a Rancor, and we finally got it. So it's complete now.
I'm glad you brought that up before we go into the other thing here, because I remember that this is how you can tell they didn't care about the Boba Fett show. Boba Fett cameoed in his own show. It was around like episode 4 or 5. They just basically had like Mandalorian season 2.0 or something like that, where basically
Ray said it was 2.5. He just said it like 2 sentences ago.
It's crazy how much they hate certain characters. Like they literally had the other new popular character take over the guy's show. But after that, season 3 came out like I just said. Plus get a season 4, but they're like, no, let's make a movie out of this. And keep in mind, this is the first Star Wars live action movie to come out since 2019, right? So we got 6 years, 7 years almost around that time frame. I'll be honest with people, I truly don't know if this is going to do well box office wise. We are not in a time frame where movies are like super lucrative like they used to be. It's pretty much literally like Two-Face, Batman villain, just tosses a coin, see what the fate is. I literally don't know. Now keep in mind,
it's a gamble. You're right.
It's all a gamble. Like I don't even know the movie's budget. The movie's budget, I can almost guarantee, is probably gonna be around what Brave New World was at the very minimum, like 180 probably. Marketing is gonna be pretty big because this is the Star Wars movie. They're heavily gonna market this. There's gonna be a lot of merchandise with this. If this movie, because I'll ask you guys this, and you guys can go after me after I ask you guys this. We'll start with Will. If this movie flops, does this signify that Star Wars is dead fully?
No.
You don't think so? Okay.
No, because there's enough going on, like you brought up. There's what, $1 billion film this year, and it happens to be a Disney movie. It's the theater industry has been abnormal since COVID. I don't know how much COVID has to do with no Star Wars films, but it doesn't play to me, or at least the trailer doesn't play to me like something that they're expecting to make $1 billion.
Right. It just depends on how much money they invested into it. I don't know the budget for marketing yet. So until it gets revealed, then we can make those kind of assessments. But I think Gray had brought this up before we started the show.
Only somebody put it in the chat or something.
Crazy. So I know Gray has mentioned this before we started this show, and this video is like an insight thing where Gray had basically said this looks a little bit more cinematic compared to the TV show, because people have mentioned this kind of just looks like an episode of The Mandalorian on the big screen. I think you could probably get that.
If I had to guess, I would say it's like a $145 million budget.
Right, yeah.
All things told.
And it's so odd. Like, if this movie does well,
after tax breaks and such,
do they do a sequel to it? Probably. But we're in such a crazy, like you said, crazy, unpredictable market here with theater going. And Kingstyle, what about you? After you've seen the trailer, do you have any hope for it at all?
Look, it's a Star Wars movie, and they have Grogu there, aka Baby Yoda, right? They really want the kids and the moms to be like, "Oh my God, it's Baby Yoda," and they really are banking on that. And then for people to be like, "Oh, this is the knockoff version of Boba Fett or Jango Fett." Fuck yeah, let's watch it. That's the point. Like, because originally the Mandalorian was supposed to be a Boba Fett series originally.
I do remember that.
And then they changed it. They changed it because either the guy who played Boba Fett wanted too much money, or they didn't believe the guy, you know, he was too old or whatever. So they just said, "Fuck it, we're just gonna make the Mandalorian."
Mm-hmm.
And then with the success of this, they said, "Fuck it, we're gonna do a Boba Fett TV show anyways," which was stupid. It's like, dude, just include him in the Mandalorian, and then if this does well, you could do a spinoff with him having a solo show. They didn't do that. It was just typical Disney. Let's keep milking this shit.
So Gray did put it here.
I already said that.
Yeah. So Will did bring this up too. So the Mandalorian and Grogu had an estimated production budget of 166.4 million and all this stuff. So I would say to make some decent money, $500 million, $600 million.
But here's the thing, though. Like,
why do you get that with MSK math?
What's the
why does it have to be 100? Why does it have to be 100 million? Like over 500, 600 million to be successful, other than marketing and all that shit, and Disney being a multi-billion-dollar company, right?
Yeah.
Why doesn't
necessarily have to be
on marketing?
But there is like a certain standard that like a Star Wars movie has to live up to. Like you expect there to be a certain type of music. Like it has to actually sound like orchestral. It would just sound weird if it's like a cheap soundtrack or anything like that. So there's a bunch of shit that's going to kind of bump it up. Same thing with like set design, you know, like you're not going to get away with like the Acolyte type sets.
You mean like the Superman movie where they said, fuck the orchestra, we're going to have a garage band or like use digital, music kits from a synthesizer and call it a day.
So what's it right here?
Nothing wrong with that, because Avatar: The Last Airbender did that because they couldn't afford an orchestra for that show because they didn't know it was going to do well.
So not counting whatever marketing budget they're going to put behind this, $290 million would be like their break-even point.
Wow, it's almost like someone in chat said 300 to be a win.
Right? Yeah, that guy I heard was hot, rich, and good looking.
No, but how did you get to 500?
I don't know the marketing budget yet.
I carry the one, Gray.
Okay, so why did you go ahead and times it by 2 if you don't know the marketing budget? Was that to account for the marketing budget, or just
they made? Okay, I'll ask you guys. If they made, let's say hypothetically, when the box office run is over, if they made $300 million, do you think Disney would like that number?
I think it's 300 million more than they're making off of any of the Star Wars shows currently.
I guess.
I have an interesting perspective that I don't entirely agree with. So I'm just bringing this up for the sake of having a discussion. I'm not like standing behind this statement.
I'll stand behind it.
I think if you're putting the same amount of money behind a series that airs over the course of 10 weeks, you're counting on someone to watch that for 10 weeks. And if someone is with you on Disney Plus, they're paying for 3 months of that subscription. So if it were 10, let's just say for the sake of argument, $10 a month, you're getting $30 out of that person for one series as opposed to 15 at the box office for one movie. I think they're kind of figuring things out that maybe if people want to watch their stuff, they can get more money through the television market.
Well, you don't have a middle-man because the theaters will be the middleman. That's all the money they can make for themselves. But that's also predicated on the aspect of, in your premise, does all of that money specifically go to that show? Because it all gets divided up amongst a lot of the shows they have. But then again,
so that's the thing. You'd have to look at the viewership that they're actually having for these shows, and it seems like the Acolyte, they put just copious amounts of money into that, and they just did not get any sort of reception. There was a lot of people talking about it, like everybody was talking about it at the time, but when they looked at actual numbers, nobody was watching it. Like it's strange. And then there's been some really cool ones after that. I dug Skeleton Crew, but I really like 80s kind of whatever you'd call that, kids
like
adventure, coming of age things. I grew up on that shit, man. Like it felt really nostalgic for me. So to have that kind of thing in the Star Wars universe, I think that deserved more than it got. And then Andor season 2 is just amazing. But again, it didn't seem like it was just this groundbreaking thing that took the world by storm. I think by the time the finale hit, it was actually doing some numbers, but man, it was just like a slow trickle. They've killed a lot of the goodwill towards those shows.
Andor had Mexicans in it.
I think on the other side of that argument, if you look at just looking at the trailer for Mandalorian, they have a bunch of toys. They brought that Babu Frick guy back, so they're looking to sell toys with a bunch of fan service in this movie. In the trailer alone,
not only that, Babu Frick has a speeder and like a friend, and Grogu
toys,
gets on that. Like you need the vehicle to go
Lego
with it.
Set, yeah. Like I'm thinking that the way they're going to make their money on this movie is through toys and shit, because it's a bunch of cute things in the same movie.
They're probably going to have to make an animated series of Mandalorian and Grogu if they're not going to continue the franchise as a television show anymore and just do only movies. They can just get Pedro to do what he did, like he record in a recording studio, and
like what Gray does.
Yeah, just record.
Yeah. Just with quality added to it, you know?
Because he's not really in the suit, only when he takes off the helmet. Isn't it like what is it?
I'm wearing the suit.
John Wayne or who was it? Or is
He's
it
been
Clint
dead for a while.
Eastwood? No, his grandson.
Almost
His grandson.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm bringing up.
But I don't know.
This is the first Star Wars movie in about 6 years. Is $300 million enough? Is they're going to see that as a win? Because keep in mind, Bob Iger pointed out back in the day when Star Wars movies used to come out, opening weekend, he loved the giant numbers that they used to get in that book that he had wrote. So,
but we're testing shit out now, man. They're adjusting based off of the failure that was 2025.
Right,
and then this isn't the biggest budget to give it to, and you're giving it to Favreau, who has a pretty good track record. I don't know, man. It seems like this is kind of the gamble to go with. It's not particularly huge. It's 166 million, where what was the Acolyte? Wasn't it like 500 million for the first season or something like that?
$220 million an episode or some shit like that?
It was $1.7 trillion. That was for the first episode.
That's what I was trying to remember.
Never know.
Yeah. So it seemed like it was ridiculous. Where this isn't the biggest thing. So I guess I didn't have my chance to say my opinion on this. Let me go ahead and white knight this. I think doing this on Disney Plus was a bad choice. I think you've got to take Star Wars to the movie theaters. There's so many people who don't have Disney Plus, who don't care about it, who aren't going to sit there and watch 10 hours. But like, I know my in-laws, they would definitely go see a new Star Wars movie. There's going to be a certain audience that you're definitely going to get. I think you're going to get at least 300 million for this. When you look at the other ones that went this year, you know, those were super inflated budgets. This doesn't seem that inflated to me. I think it's a good move. There's no way it's going to do worse than Solo. Solo was just kind of plagued with a bunch of it was originally like a Lord and whatever his name was, one, and then thank you, Lord and Miller. I can never remember Miller's name. And then it switched over to like a Ron Howard thing, and they had to reshoot like half of it. And I don't know. It wasn't a great movie. It wasn't particularly fun. And that kind of killed their momentum. But what they did right before that was like Rogue One, and I guess it would have had to have been Last or whatever, whatever the hell it was.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah. Which both of those did pretty good money. Well, they might not be the greatest of so I really like Rogue One, but you know, like prior to that, they hadn't really had a losing Star Wars movie. So I don't know. I think it's just the play to try and take this to theater when you're just losing so much traction online.
And that's why I bring
each
up
one of these subsequent ones doesn't get the audience.
That's what I'm bringing up this. So, you know, Solo only made what, $393.2 million at the box office worldwide. It's box office disappointment, lowest grossing Star Wars film. Does this movie coming up, The Mandalorian and Grogu, make more than Solo does?
I think so. It's got the built-in audience. It does good for itself. You know, who doesn't like that? I don't know, man. The first two seasons the first two seasons were good. I finally maybe like a month ago watched the third season. There's a couple episodes that I could do without, but it's kind of fun. It's like the Mandalorians trying to they're trying to. So first, Din Djarin has to kind of atone for taking his helmet off. So the only way to do that is to go back to Mandalore. So they're kind of seeing what's going on with that planet, and then you know, they try and move the entire party and gather all the Mandalorians. So there is kind of a cool thing that's going to happen in this movie, I'm assuming. So I do kind of want to know where that story goes, but it definitely didn't seem as kind of out there space western as like the first season. But the second season was a little different too. But man, that has one of the best episodes of television, the Bill Burr one where they're infiltrating the Imperial base. Just man, that just to me is just amazing.
I think if you're asking me, I think the movie makes slightly more than Solo. I think it makes like 400.
There's no way it won't, but maybe I'm wrong. Just with Solo, you heard all the controversy. Do you really want to see an origin story? Nobody really did, but with this, I think people want to see the continuation, and so much cute as the lovely Will pointed out.
I don't think people look. I like Han Solo, but I don't think he really needed an origin story
or a movie. I don't think anyone was ever asking for that.
Like we know he's a bounty hunter. He's on the run. We know his story.
Yeah, like
that's it. That's what he is. He's a space pirate.
And this is the problem with movies like these. Is like you get into a big franchise and then they start making these unnecessary prequels and sequels. Like not everything has to be explained. Not everything needs a prequel. Anything,
Darth Vader, at least we got to saw how he lost his battle with Obi-Wan and got burned in Mustafar. Like at least that made sense why we needed an origin story for both Obi-Wan and Anakin. It made sense why they hated each other by A New Hope or just the Star Wars 77, right? Like at least we know why. That's why he killed him. So
right.
It just makes sense. But like Han Solo didn't need a movie. Obi-Wan didn't need a fucking TV show because we already saw his origin story.
True. Yeah.
And did it also ruined that whole Obi-Wan versus Vader match that we had in the past?
Yeah. Yeah. And then you had Reva going and doing the same thing that she didn't like what happened to her when Anakin, killed all those kids. To be fair, he's not for BLM. He murdered black kids too. So just saying.
Not only that, but they contradicted George Lucas's vision in the Obi-Wan show because remember, in the original Star Wars movie, including the deleted scenes, Obi-Wan paid a visit to Luke a lot when he was a child. That's how they know each other. Yeah. Instead, they show us here that he never did that, or at least off screen he did because we never saw that. It's only with Leia.
He secluded himself in that one area. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Fucking and he was known as Ben Kenobi. He wasn't even called Obi-Wan until the original Star Wars movie. He got that name back.
So another thing we forgot to bring up, Pedro Pascal, since he is the person in the Mandalorian suit, he's not been the biggest box office draw, pretty much ever, honestly. So is he going to be a draw for this movie? I don't know. I think Grogu is more of a draw than he is, honestly.
I think movie stars are what they used to be.
I said the same thing too. I don't think they have that kind of pull like you used to, unless it's like Tom Cruise, maybe. That's like
not even him anymore. At Mission Impossible.
Yeah, he's not a Riz master.
Yeah, hey.
I was gonna say Will Smith, but when he did that slap, that kind of killed his aura. Yeah, like he's not that anymore. He's done. So even that,
he's black. Right. I expect that of those people.
Yeah, but like he was a leading guy, right?
You're right. Yeah.
And just like Tom Cruise, but like The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, they try to hype him up as that, and that's not true. He never was like successful. Like he had to share it like Fast and the Furious.
A lot of it was shared. Yeah.
Even the rundown, the rundown. Sean William Scott from the American Pie movies, he shared it with him.
Black Adam 4 years ago, they tried to put him out in his own movie to lead a separate DC universe with Black Adam as the lead. Couldn't even make $400 million at the box office. Yeah. Absolutely insane.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it's one of these things where, as Will said, I said a lot of videos too. Actors aren't.
What did Will say?
Actors aren't even really the draw anymore. It's like
they're not bankable. They're not. It's like not anymore.
I guess they're just banking on the Mandalorian just being popular. That would just get people in, and Grogu. That's it.
Because MSK, the last like guy that I can think that's popular still, right, in that genre, you could watch his movie for anything is Jason Statham. That's it.
I think he's kind of a draw. Yeah.
He is a draw. He made money, and like I will watch him in almost any movie that he does.
He's entertaining. I like.
He was a beekeeper.
Working man.
The
working man is the poor man's beekeeper.
Yeah, but I'd still watch those movies. Just like Jackie Chan had some duds, but I'm like, it's Jackie Chan. I'll
He's
still
chow
watch
mein
it.
eater.
Fair enough. I mean, I've seen them all, but
so
fair
yeah.
enough.
We'll go around. We'll start with the King style. Your final thoughts and opinions on Mandalorian and Grogu's chances to beat Solo at the box office. Possible, not possible?
I think it's possible if they know what they're doing. If they don't, then it's going to be worse than Solo.
Good Lord. I would love to live in that world because all these weird, we're talking about, in this video, we're talking about in this episode of the MSK show before the video, all these people that had this access and live, like with Batman and Robin, these shills will literally suck off anything. If Disney said, here, I'll give you free access to the movie, like we'll send you an invite to the premiere. You can meet Pedro Pascal and get jerked off from him in the bathroom. Just suck us off.
I don't think that's the offer.
These people will literally
t-shirt.
You guys said it. You guys will take
We went over this.
You guys will take gift bags. They'll take free access.
No,
Disney
we said
he said interviews.
They sold out for a t-shirt. Jesus Christ, that's even worse. You sold it for a fucking t-shirt.
I said, really don't pay attention when people talk, do you?
I said I'd sell out for a 10-minute interview. Also, to fuck Halle Berry if had to say Catwoman was a good movie.
But some people will just a retweet. They'll say what you want them to say.
Right? Yeah.
So,
okay, Gray, what is your final thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm betting it all on black. And by on black, I mean, I think that they're going to make over the 300 mil that they need to get into the black area. Now, is that where they want to stay? No, they want to get up there. More like the 600 million that MSK's weird math doesn't quite make sense. But
I'm thinking like,
he's thrown that number out there. I'm guessing that they're going to do that, man. Who doesn't love that cute little baby Yoda thing? Of course, the kids want to see it. I think the grandparents will want to see it. I know, from my own anecdotal information, it seems like the older generation doesn't really care about Disney Plus. They're not really watching all those shows, but I know they'd go see it in the movie theater. So I think it's stupid that they haven't been releasing these. It seems like, you'd want to kind of do a season to maybe wrap around with a movie, but I don't think they're making the money off of Disney Plus. Seems like the logical thing to go to the theaters. Charles, or excuse me, Will. What's your thoughts, sir?
I tend to agree with you, although I think depending on what it pulls in.
You agree with me? You agree?
I agree with everyone, and whatever gets me a free T-shirt,
or a plushie.
I think it depends. Like, I think it's going to speak to a bigger problem that Disney doesn't really want to talk about. I feel like a lot of people on the internet have been talking about Kathleen Kennedy and Disney being awful. This year, Crying Wolf has finally come to be where Disney's in trouble. And if this thing doesn't do north of 500 million, they have to do some serious discussions in-house because they've missed a lot in the last year. And considering Solo was a few months after Last Jedi, and people were pissed about Last Jedi, there could have been like this, fuck that movie, I'm not going to see this movie. At least the argument here is you haven't had a Star Wars movie for 6 years. So there's not that fresh backlash. So with that being said, if they can't put together $500 million on this, something's wrong, because Rise of Skywalker made $1 billion. That movie was awful. They made $1 billion on Rise of Skywalker.
Add to your point, add to your point, those movies had actually declining $1 billion returns.
Sure.
All of them did. Yeah, they made the $1 billion, and I would imagine those were profitable to a certain extent for them, but they had diminishing returns with each one. Like, again, it was a $2 billion, then it was like $1.7 billion, then the last one was like $1.3 billion. So you knew the diminishing returns were there. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're right. And even Rogue One was $1 billion movie.
Solid billion, yeah.
So Solo appears to be the outlier, but I don't know, if you're looking at Disney's track record in 2025 alone. This doesn't seem like a confident release at all. And it's a May release. May is supposed to be like your strong suit.
Yeah.
But could it not be that they're adjusting to these overinflated budgets, not actually getting the return? So instead they're down to 166, which seems sort of reasonable for a summer blockbuster.
Sure, but I don't know. Do we know what it's going up against in May? Because May is like
no clue.
The summer season. I think it competes with, I think Shrek 6, right?
Doesn't the new Nolan come out next
buddy?
year too? Like I feel like people are being very choosy with their movie theater money. And if you're like, I don't know what people are going to be like, yeah, let's go watch that adapted TV series movie with all the toys on the screen.
Okay, let me see
I
right
hear
now.
ya.
Should I pull it up? No.
Baby Yoda.
Should I whip it out? No.
Do you want me to check my avenues and not fucking Chat GPT? What is it being coming at?
No, he prefers ChatGPT.
Here's no, 'cause this
Doomsday is
wrong.
May.
No, because Doomsday got moved to December. This is wrong. Yeah,
What? ChatGPT is not correct?
crazy. So I guess
Mortal Kombat 2 is
The
May
Devil Wears
15th.
Prada 2? Oh
May.
no, they don't stand a chance.
look at this. Devil Wears Prada. Who the fuck was asking for that? I made my
Women.
wife's pussy Moana. So I
Women and
Yeah.
gay guys probably wanted that.
Masters of the Universe.
the Cat in the Hat.
June.
Oh god. Okay.
Toy
It's a
Story
reboot.
5.
It's a reboot.
Let's see. Let's go here. May
Right, so
2026 movies. Devil Wears Prada
Disney's-
2, Animal Friends, Incidents Around the House, Mortal Kombat 2, God Is? What a name. The Mandalorian and Grogu. I guess that's it for like the biggest ones. That's
So
it.
they're competing with themselves. Devil Wears Prada 2 is technically it's Fox, which is 20th Century, which is Disney.
Yes.
They're stacking themselves with Devil Wears Prada 2, Mandalorian and Grogu, and then Toy Story 5 in June. They're not confident. Because why would you compete with yourself?
Yeah,
because
because
they
after
want all the
Probably a
money.
different audience, but I hear
They-
you. Like,
They
Your
want all
Toy
the
Story
money.
audience is your Star Wars audience.
yeah,
I
because
don't know about
after Mandalorian and Grogu
I meant
comes
Devil
out,
Wears Prada 2.
I was going to say after the Mandalorian and Grogu comes out, like within about a week or two, you get Supergirl, Scary
that's
Movie
competition.
6, Toy Story 5, there's no one's gonna watch that. That's
Yeah.
gonna who the
No,
fuck-
but Scary Movie 6, man. This time they brought it back to the Wayans. The
Scary-
Wayans are taking it back.
Stop
They're
that
doing it.
noise. Just
Dude, I bet you the
Mm.
joke is like they die in the first 5 minutes and they bring back
Probably
the original
do,
cast
yeah.
from part 3/4. I just knowing Hollywood, they'll do that.
Yeah, this is
they'll
going to
think that's
galvanize
funny.
each other. This is probably going to be the same situation that Barbenheimer did to Mission Impossible 7, because this comes out May 22nd, and then within a week, you have the other biggest ones to come out. No homo.
I'm just thinking from like an in-house standpoint, Disney's competing with themselves. Like that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
So,
They don't care.
I don't know.
Well, they're doing this to make as much money as they can, and that's
But
not
they're-
how you do it at
They're
all.
cannibalizing themselves by doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sort of. The Devil Wears Prada part, I
Well,
think
sure,
that'd be a
yeah.
different. Like, so granted, MSK, you're probably not going to see Mandalorian Grogu, right?
It just if there's nothing.
But we
else
know
out,
you're
we
seeing
probably-
Devil Wears Prada too. So I mean, like, it's a different audience. Like, it's not for
You're saying
everybody.
I'm
So
gay?
yeah, so I think that perhaps they're not shooting themselves in the foot as much as
AWZ.
MSK would like to put forward. Also,
Live action Moana in
Supergirl-
July.
Yeah, that's July, man. And Supergirl is like the
Spider-Man?
end of June. So they've still got like a month where this is kind of the leader in there. I hope it works out for them. I see
Unless
the
you
strategy they're going for, but you're right.
Unless you count the Scary Movie a Scary Movie 6 as competition for them. Unless you count that,
No.
because before that comes out, it's the Steven Spielberg 2026 project. Where the fuck that's supposed to be, honestly.
Aren't they doing like a prequel to It for HBO Max? Like,
That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
welcome
TV
to
show.
Deary, but
TV
that's
series,
this
yeah.
year supposedly.
yeah, but
so-
that's so
yeah.
weird, man. It's-
So for me, just kind of going over all you guys' points, I agree. It's okay. So if this movie doesn't make a big splash at the box office, the reason why I threw out that $600 million number earlier was because we know these companies don't want to just make chump change. Like we know they wouldn't be happy with $300 million. There's no way they'd be happy with that. Given how much money they're going to invest into this movie, which is not a lot, but I don't know if they would see that as a win, though.
But, all right, so let me re-clarify my point. Let me try to say it a bit different. If 2025 is any indicator, people are not spending money for multiple movies that are just mid. So
Right.
with the summer, April, May, June, July lined up, there's some movies there that like Toy Story on name alone, people probably save up
Might
and go to
watch,
that.
yeah.
Spider-Man comes out in July, people might go to that. Like if the decision in-house is we're only seeing 3 movies this summer, is Mandalorian going to be in that top 3?
All right, yeah, it might be the one that gets cut. Also, the word of mouth on Star Wars is probably the worst it's ever been. Maybe I guess you could, barring after the prequel trilogy ended back in the day, like the word of mouth on Disney Star Wars is absolutely terrible. I would be surprised if the movie actually made quite a bit of money, given how bad the word of mouth is on as the overall arching aspect of the franchise. Like most people are all like, I don't like Star Wars. I think Star Wars is
You're being
dead.
kind of vague. So you're saying the word of mouth might not be positive?
Eep. Sorry, I was just.
No, I mean, generals. I mean, look at the MCU. Like, people don't really want to go check out their movies because the sentiment around it is it kind of sucks. Does that sentiment still apply to Star Wars? Well, it's been like 6 years, so we'll have to see if anything's changed. Honestly.
To MSK's point, this is the first Star Wars movie since I've been on the internet that I didn't know the trailer dropped. This is the first time a Star Wars movie's trailer has dropped, and I'm just like, there's nothing in my feed, just nothing about it.
Oh, but I'll ask you guys, when you watched it, did you care at all? Did you go like, okay, I really want to go see this?
I don't.
And
like,
a lot of people share that sentiment.
I'll watch it at home, like I might watch it
on the sea.
Yeah, I might watch it on Disney Plus, right, guys?
Yeah,
with
my wife, as you long dick style her as I watch.
Hulu, I might watch it there and not give a shit after watching and be like,
watching with my wife.
No.
And you're gonna long dick style her as I film it?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought they were having a different kind of Disney movie. So
no, that would be
we're having a P. Diddy special around here, or an R. Kelly edition. That's jokes, guys. All these are jokes. So, like I said before, people always ask me, MSK, you're so negative. No, I'm just optimistic. I'm just telling people, go look on any forum about how people generally feel about Star Wars. Star Wars toys do not even sell at Targets, Walmarts, any place.
The only toys that sell are the original, universe, the original canon, the prequel, like the stuff that George worked on. Those were the only toys that sold. That was the original 70s/80s and then the 90s/2000s movies. Those are the only things, and the tie-in stuff / the video game stuff that ties into those things. Those are the only thing that's made money. Disney Star Wars has not made money. And when they sell the classic shit,
yep.
That's the only stuff that makes money for Disney. They don't
make money. At your guys' Walmarts or Targets that you've seen get released with Disney Star Wars stuff still are there, haven't sold, are in boxes, probably still closed. They can't sell it.
Dude, I saw a video by I'll give a shout out to this guy because I like his content. World Class Bullshitters.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I like his stuff.
I'm certain of it.
Yeah, I shout out to you,
Jack. Little channel.
I'm not a world-class bullshitter. Okay.
No, but he was like, he did a video and he would go to these places, like I guess like one of those like marts, those stores / like dollar store places, right? And they would have these fucking Disney / Marvel toys that they didn't sell in Walmart or Toys R Us, places like that, malls, etc. There were toy stores. They would fucking take it there to sell them, and nobody buys them.
I know the
nobody.
It's those very tall ones that go like this with a rectangular box.
Yes.
They just don't sell. Yeah, they don't.
I bought a few
sell for like props, but they don't sell at all. Mm-hmm.
Like
all the Marvel ones.
The only reason why people would buy them is because holy shit, this is a steal. I'm fucking taking it. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
And the other okay, so one positive aspect they could do for marketing. So we know there's gonna be a point in the movie where that little green fucker is gonna do something cute, and all the single moms are gonna be like, "Oh my god, he's so cute." Viral moments on TikTok. There you go. If you can create some viral moments where you can get people to go and watch it for Baby Yoda, that might be your best bet.
Can you imagine if they did what they did with oh my god, what was the name of that movie? Minecraft. Can you imagine Minecraft? You have a bunch of fucking teenagers like, yeah, Gorgu did the thing, and they're like throwing popcorn and soda all over the place.
And if it's black women, they're pulling weaves and fighting each other in the streets with their
yeah, and then people are pissing all over the seats and all that. Yeah,
this is a Diddy party. Like, what the hell?
If they're paying for their tickets, Disney's all about it.
Yeah. So I don't know how this movie's going to fare. I don't think it's going to fare that well. I think what you guys said is true. $300 million. I think that's the cap you're going to get, honestly. And that would be a failure, in my opinion. So
the new Christopher Nolan comes out next July too.
That's not the Odyssey?
Yes. People are going to see that. Christopher Nolan is like the director. Doesn't matter what the hell he's making. Oh, new Christopher Nolan, I'm there.
It's
Christopher
James
Nolan
Cameron
is
are
the
those-
Steven Spielberg of this
Yeah.
generation. That's what he is now at this point.
Only
any
him
movie.
and James Cameron are director draws that can
Yeah.
draw an audience. But James Cameron has it with Avatar, where it's like, who the fuck remembers watching those movies? But
And
nevertheless, so
and not only that, when I think of Avatar, I'm not trying to be a dick here, but it's like, dude, I think of Avatar: The Last Airbender / like Korra. I don't think fucking these blue alien things that does 4D.
well, you're not
Leave
into
Fern
blue
Gully
waffles.
alone.
Are you not into blue waffles? So,
Oh, come on, but Sigourney Weaver playing a teenager.
And now
Come on.
legally, Viacom has to call them basically like legends or whatever. They can't call them Avatar because James Cameron trademarked that for everything.
all right. So, Mandalorian and Grogu. We'll see if Star Wars is dead when this movie comes out and its worldwide box office total. So thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you've not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I'm MSK, aka Master Spiking, and we're going to be signing out, guys. See you guys later. Goodbye. Peace. Wow, Will, kind of give me a fist bump, bastard. So that's the thing is, fuck.
Sideways, parallel.
When people went, so Avatar 2 made $1
Take
billion
two.
plus. Avatar 2 made $1 billion plus. This is one of the highest grossing franchises, and no one can tell you what they like about it, a character name, or what the fuck happens in the movies. I find that so odd. I just,
Dude, it's brain rot. It's literally like memes and fucking internet, like a clip. Oh my god, they did the thing, and that's entertainment now
my
for most
Trildo
people.
will pierce her heavens. I'm using that.
Why do you think the Minecraft movie made so much money? Because that movie was shit, but those kids were having a time of their life, those teenagers, because of the internet culture. They
Yeah.
Hey,
loved
MSK,
it.
what's the last movie that you saw?
Fantastic Four, I think.
Can you name? Well, that doesn't quite work. All right, never mind.
The one before that was Superman. The one before that was Jurassic World. The one before that,
Name one character from Jurassic World. Come on, you were mocking the other people for not being able to name one character from the world.
The
Name
T-Rex.
one.
from the new one.
Rex.
The new one.
Yeah, from the new one.
Did I
Teddy,
say
Teddy
Rexy?
Rex.
I want to say Rexy. She dead. They revealed she's dead. How you gonna kill Rexy? They killed Rexy.
You said I don't remember a goddamn name from
You
that
remember who
movie.
Rexy is?
What
I'm
about,
not
what
holding it
about
against
the
anyone.
D-Rex? Drex?
The
Rex,
D-Rex.
yeah.
They killed
Wasn't that the
Rexy.
derpy one? The fucking.
I will never forgive them. They killed Rexy. How dare you? They said
Yeah,
she got old.
You should start watching some films that aren't like multi-trillion-dollar pieces. There,
I
he listed
forgot
a
what else I
bunch of
watched.
fluff.
What else did I see? I know I probably seen some other stuff. I probably fucking forgot. Oh my god. 2025. Oh, the Marvel ones. I seen
Yep,
those.
okay, so yeah, keep going. Fluff,
Quality, obviously.
fluff.
Greatest movies of all time. Oh shit. What else did I watch? I think I watched more last year. I've seen before that, I think it was Alien Romulus,
Mhm.
Trap, Borderlands. It Ends With Us.
Okay.
Ray's favorite movie. Are they gonna make that sequel? It ends with what was the
It
sequel?
starts with us.
It Starts With Us. Yeah, the sequel book. They should do that with hire a black girl, so race swap Blake Lively. Shit, that would be funny. But I'm not watching that.
So-
That movie's disgusting.
You missed it,
Yeah,
but
but
there's
you saw a lot
another
of sex.
Colleen Hoover one.
Which one was that one?
Give me 2 seconds. Googling right now.
Googling. Okay, let me bring up these movies because I know you guys watched. Whoa, Night Always Comes. That's a massive everyone. on Netflix.
Regretting You is the one from this year.
Okay, dude.
It came out like a month
Preach.
ago.
Why do you hate me? What did I do to you?
Preach.
It's kind of a prolonged thing. It just
Oh my god, a shark movie. Into the Deep. It came out on Hulu this year.
Ugh. Ugh.
Hey! You shut your whore mouth. Fucking shark movies. These are quality. It made $87,338 at the box office worldwide.
You should watch Dangerous Animals then, because that's sort of a shark movie.
I wanted
to.
That's what I want to go see. I'll go and see a shark movie, but my theater didn't get it.
I think it's on streaming
It's
now.
on digital now. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
did you-
weird.
Okay, so F1. Did you guys go see that?
I did.
Okay.
I've heard it's amazing. I need to see that.
Oh, great! It's one of the movies of the year.
forgot to go see
I've
that.
heard it was released this year.
I wanted to watch it, but something always came up and I forgot about it.
Oh my god, I forgot to go.
Yeah,
to
I wish.
Ballerina.
Oh, we don't care though. But yeah, I wish I had a chance to see it in theater. I heard it's a really fun experience on the big
You don't
screen.
care about.
So I do wish.
You don't care about Puerto Ricans, you bastard. What are
F1,
you, Puerto Rican?
I heard the F1 was so good that it kind of helped like Brad Pitt's career. Like Hollywood is like thinking about putting him in more stuff now. Like they're trusting.
They
him.
should.
The man,
National treasure, that man.
Because his career was dwindling. Because as when you get older in Hollywood, they're very discriminated towards older
his
people.
bad flicks
He's
are like
segued to
his
producing
body
stuff.
fat, very low numbers.
the man in my
That
basement.
dude, he does a lot of quality.
Because I heard
work.
like he
Got a lot more
wanted to do a
producer credits
sequel.
lately.
Because I heard he wanted to do a sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right?
I think he is in
With
the
his
sequel
character.
to that.
And it was
It's
originally
not Tarantino directing it.
yeah,
though.
because Quentin said it like he's not directing. He was going to originally, but then that would have ended his final run.
Oh,
He's,
weapons.
he's a
Right
moron
now.
for putting it that way.
Dude, you
just-
should
just
never
make it
put
Kevin
11.
Smith.
Don't do
Kevin
that.
Smith
Don't
said
ever-
similar things. But
yeah, but I don't. I don't.
we're
I
gonna
don't
get more
believe.
He-Man.
I don't
Wait.
think Quentin is going to retire. I don't believe that.
Did you guys go see that 28 years later sequel?
I did.
That
Oh
came
yeah.
out?
Well, so we saw 28 years later. If you're talking about the sequel, it's not.
Oh, Bone Temple, that's in January. And
Yeah, I
when
was gonna
horror
say it's
gets
not
released
this
in
year
January,
anymore.
get nervous. January
Yeah.
horror releases is bad news. Bad news.
Why? Because they're trying to dump it out because it's so bad. Or like,
Usually,
we want people to forget
Night-
about it.
Yeah, Night
no
Swim, the
confidence.
one about the haunted swimming pool. That's a January
Oh,
release.
Night Swim. Yep, remember that.
The Grudge re-release or the Grudge remake was released on January 1st. Great
worst
time to
time.
go to the theater.
Remember Rob
New
Zombie's
Year's.
Halloween 2 came out in June. They were like, "Why did this movie fail?" Gee, I wonder why. I could only wonder why that failed. Just beside the movie being absolute dog shit. Beside that, timing and
White
release.
horses.
Oh,
It should have
Nobody
been
2
released
came
in
out.
Halloween. That's what it should have been.
Nobody
Yeah.
2, The Naked Gun. No, not My Naked
The
Gun.
Naked Gun, I heard it was good, but like, again,
I
it didn't
thoroughly
do
enjoyed
well.
it, but I like those spoof films. I could see why some of the bits might have rubbed people wrong. I would like to hear Charles's opinion on it when he gets a chance.
Comedy's back. Oh my god, it's like
It's back, man.
it's like the
Black.
spoof movies that if I
just
watch
hope
old
that-
spoof movies, it's the same delivery. So
I just
weird.
hope that the Naked Gun gets a sequel, even if it's on a streaming service.
Oh, it will.
You know?
It will. If
I
it's
hope
fine
so.
enough.
Because if it doesn't, dude, we're gonna be stuck on this drought for comedy for like another couple.
You're not looking hard enough. I swear to you,
Spinal Tap 2 was just released, and you know
Right.
the uproar that got.
you're going against my point, Gray. I think there's comedy. I think people saying that there's not like big budget comedy, perhaps, but there's comedy out there. You just got to look. There's good comedy out there. I assure you.
Yeah, there's me. I can make you laugh. I'm like Jimmy Kimmel.
Not you.
No.
naked.
We said good quantity, good
and I'm not
comedy.
counting like action comedies, like Nobody, right? Or Nobody.
Yeah,
2,
Nobody
like
2 came out.
There's
Yeah.
a little jokes here and there, but it's mostly a serious action film. But there's
Fair
jokes
enough.
here and there. But that doesn't count.
There
That
aren't
doesn't-
many of those.
that-
They're looking for
it's
crossovers
it's
now.
Rush
but-
Hour / Lethal Weapon. Those don't really count.
My
You
lethal
could
weapon
do
kills
that.
people.
Speaking of which, they're thinking about doing Rush Hour 4 still, but it's like Jackie Chan, he's up there in age and probably
Chris
don't wanna...
Tucker ain't no spring chicken. I mean,
He's
I know
not,
they
but
say black don't crack, but
he's more in shape than Jackie Chan. Like I know Jackie Chan does martial arts / Tai Chi, but it's like, dude, what happens if you fall and hurt your leg or your back? You know,
well, MSK does a pretty good Chris Tucker impersonation, so I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
just in case.
we'll get another Chris
Friendship
Tucker.
is technically comedy.
I
Happy
loved
Gilmore
it. I can
2.
see why a lot of people did not like Friendship. It's one of those weird, dark A24 comedies. I liked it.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh,
Oh!
yeah, Happy Gilmore too. Yeah, that's a
I mean-
comedy if they call it that.
Cameos. There was some chuckles in between the like thousands of cameos. Still, don't think it saved comedy.
Nora should count as a comedy. That was a very strong comedy.
Yeah, especially when the actress won the award for Best Actress because they didn't want to give it to They didn't want
It
to give
was
the award to
pretty
somebody
amazing
else. Let's just
performance,
say
though.
that.
I mean, she worked her ass off for that.
Yeah, she did, and the other person didn't really work as much. Yeah.
I need to watch more shark movies. I'm so behind.
I'm not sure I understand the reference. What
I'm saying because the actor that played Emilio Perez was trans. So if they would have, because the shoo-in was, let's make it the first trans person to win Best Actress, and then they realized that people would complain about that, and they just said, "Oh, it was because they said racist things in the past. We're not going to give her the award." When in
But
reality,
have
they
you
weren't gonna
seen
do that.
either Honora or Amelia Perez?
Yeah, and it wasn't good.
You've seen both Honora and Amelia Perez.
Yes.
What was that?
Not like Honora, man. Like just for the workout alone, it seems like
Yeah, the Russian dude,
choreography in
I
that.
want to marry you. I want to marry you.
Yeah,
Marry.
like the
Sexual
two
about me.
henchmen, man. They're hilarious. There's some really funny moments in there, but it's again like I don't know if I'd call it a straightforward comedy. It's that kind of dark dramedy thing.
But I don't know if I would say that because Amelia Perez's actor was whatever is why they gave the award to Honora. I don't know if that's entirely fair because they were talking about Demi Moore.
Oh no,
too.
they
So
were
maybe with
shooting.
Demi, but man, if it wasn't for those weird tweets, I think Amelia Perez would have like walked away with a bunch of those. They were saying it was a shoo-in, and the whatever. Now I'm forgetting which one they did first before the like tweets were unearthed, and yeah, they ended up winning a lot more. It seemed like they were going to be a shoo-in, and then they were basically just like canceled out by the time the actual like Oscars came about. Which fair enough. I don't like them. I didn't think that film was worth it.
No,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think Demi should have gotten it.
There's a lot of films that should have gotten the awards more than others, and it's just glorified popularity contest. I mean, it's cool when the people you actually like does something good, but it's like no, it's whoever people kiss the most ass or what studio kissed the most ass or pays for the awards.
Or dude,
I'm just saying Demi though. She
no,
killed it.
Demi nailed it, but it's like that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. Like she was too old for them, and you know we're gonna have a
wasn't it
younger
required
actress
that
instead.
some of these people were they had to watch? There are a few articles that came out about like people that were in the awards, or they're the people that
voters needed to watch all of the things that they were voting on. Otherwise,
MSK is strongly opposed to that. He does not want them informed when they vote.
And that implies and it's like
and he can relate.
Well, it's like, does that imply you guys were voting on movies you didn't watch? Then what the hell were you? And how would you know they were worth it? It's giving to the people that they like. That's all it ever really was, you know.
But like, yeah, that's a step in the right direction to prevent that thing from happening again. No,
right? But what about the years? So they technically made these entire awards.
They can't change the past. They could change the future.
That's true, I guess.
Hey, Charles.
Well, if they're doing it in the past, just keep doing it anyway. Fuck it.
I see WZ's comment that he wants to see one battle after another. Do you happen to see that one yet?
I have not. No one sent me any screener links.
Big I hear ya. I didn't get a link either. Are you a big PTA fan?
I think the Leonardo DiCaprio is going to get me to lean into that a little bit. I don't love everything by PTA, but there are some films that I quite enjoy. Boogie Nights.
There Will Be Blood, Boogie Nights. Like those are just parts of Magnolia for me are amazing. But
I like more than I like There Will Be Blood, to be honest.
It feels like it's such a real world to me. But yeah, I just went and saw One Battle After Another yesterday, and I was not as in love with it as I wanted to be.
Interesting.
It feels like the biggest letdown and the least realistic world as far as PTA film for me. So I don't know. I was just wondering. I'd like to know your opinion. I was expecting more.
Me too. But as you guys know, having sex is easy, and then being black is timeless. No? I'll take being white temporarily. I'll be white temporarily to be right in the future. That's a quote right there. Put it on a movie poster. Say it was from me. I'll be famous.
What does that even mean?
Well, so we're going to wrap it up here in just a moment. We had a great show. You know, it's King Styles' first, second show. After
official first show as a part of the crew.
Yeah. So you're going to get paid about $5.
Well, you did much better than MSK. It took him many years to get up to the level that you're at.
Oh, God. You know, it's been a long time since I've had another white man here. So always makes you feel safe. So
What?
We'll start with the King Style. Do you have anything planned coming up that you would like to let the audience know about?
Right now, no, because I already did it earlier. I was on another show, so I can't say I was on a show called Ken on 10. So until then, I don't got anything.
All right. We'll see you here Wednesday. So I'll have to put the StreamYard link in the chat because Discord.
Oh yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. I'm gonna be on here. So
yeah. So freaking hell, I said. I was jokingly saying death to all black people in my own Discord chat. So I got restricted. So apparently I might be restricted from messaging for 2 years. So I might
just a little goof. You know.
I might actually be restricted for 2 years.
MSK, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to create an alternate account and basically get ownership of your server or delete the server to start another one.
So it's okay. So basically, the violation affects your account status until September 30th, 2027.
Holy.
Yeah, just start a new account, dude.
And this comes from the dude who was really upset at Jimmy Kimmel's joke. But no, like it's just a little joke, man. Just goofing about.
Okay, that's just a complete misrepresentation of my position. Okay, fucking bastard.
Sure.
Gray, don't virtue signal. Please.
Yeah, don't do that. You're white.
I've brought great dinosaur to us all.
Okay. So it just says I have limited access.
Hateful conduct in bold.
So like it's saying my features are limited. It's not saying I can't have access to, but I get limited features basically starting on the 30th. You have limited access to servers. You have limited access to uploading, limited access to friend requests, limited access to direct messages. One or more pieces of content you posted was removed.
So you're on probation. You're getting your shit back on October 1, and then you're on probation.
Dude, you're gonna just get an alternate account, dude. that way, you'll
get permanently banned. It'll be great.
No,
I know people that have Gray.
I know people that have alternate accounts. They're fine.
MSK, are you eating chicken on stream?
No, I'm not black. All right, so Gray.
It doesn't learn.
Gray, what do you have planned coming up that you'd like to have the audience know about?
Yeah, there is another panel, perhaps a better panel. It's known as the last panel. It's over on Last Comic Fans' other channel, the last panel. Then there's an underscore, and I think like X9 or something. I will look for that. But yeah, come on over. We're talking about sitcoms tomorrow. It should be a good time. It's always fun talking to that dude. And other than that, unfortunately, I'll be back on MSK's unless the night dentist calls me. And then after that, thinkers. I'll be around on the internet. Look for me. But yeah, if you want to, you can probably find a debate I did last Friday. That's all I got going on. Charles, what do you have going on?
The aforementioned stream. See, the way I'm slumming it with you, MSK, when Gray and I discussed Fantastic Fest, we're going to have another content creator who will be slumming it with us, who was in person at Fantastic Fest. The very popular Cody Leach will be joining us to discuss films that were premiered at Fantastic Fest. He has seen most of them, and Gray and I will be adding the low budget stuff. I just don't have an exact date on that yet. So
one of them I am dying to see again, though. There's one film in there that's just there's two of them that I'd like to see. No, Luger. Okay. I want to see that one again. Man, that film was just amazing.
Yeah. So every year at Fantastic Fest, it's right after TIFF, Toronto International Film Festival. There are these things that premiere there that you won't hear about until like next summer. And like this stream is kind of discussing what has premiered that is something that we're going to have to put in the back of our head and remember, because some of these movies could have work done to them. Some of them are like ready to go, it seems. Like my darling for last year was Strange Darling, and that premiered a year earlier. And it seems like every year at this festival, something it premieres there and gets bought, later on in the year, and it is something of a dark horse. So it'll be interesting to, have the looking into the Magic 8 Ball to see what the big movie of the next year will be, or the big dark horse.
Wasn't the huge one from there last year Terrifier 3?
Yeah, I don't know if that was a dark horse so much, but yeah,
it wasn't a dark horse, but that's where
sequel.
It premiered. It's a bunch of films kind of like that.
Yeah,
it's an underdog movie. Oh, coming from an underdog director, but it has 3 movies in it. Gray,
yeah.
Pulling a Nasquack.
if
no Nasquack.
If you're into like disturbing film iceberg things, there's a movie that premiered that will probably be talked about in the near future, because it's got animals and kids, and it's not a fun watch, or at least I didn't think it was a fun watch. I'm not.
I had a good time.
Yeah,
I was expecting much worse, and I was pleasantly surprised. Crushed. It's about one of MSK's.
Oh my god.
You guys need to get Mac back in the movie scene. Instead, he's been oddly obsessed with
Well,
I'm into.
He's got a certain type of movie he likes, and he can keep watching The Crying Game. That's just fun.
I'm very into Hunter Schafer, the new trilogy coming out for her very soon.
Based.
Transplant.
Hell of an actress.
Transplant? Shit, fuck me. So,
I said transpanic is what I said. Don't.
Oh fuck, man. Starring J.K. Rowling. Won't that be cinema? Actually. Oh fuck. So, for me, tomorrow morning, I've had to do some reshuffling with the spectacular MSK show that I do on my comic book channel.
You know how to shuffle?
I've had
it's an iPod.
I've had to do some shuffling with my shows, but the spectacular MSK new episode should be tomorrow morning at some point before noon or mid-noon. I should have a one-on-one with Mugen Lord. Again, it's going to be his 4th appearance in the show. So I'm going to get my schedule right here. So we have the spectacular MSK on my comic book channel, the MSK show with Mugen Lord, 4th appearance, and the Cloud9 podcast with me and Mr. Blank's got a lot to talk about, because there's been a lot that's happened over the course of the League of Legends LoL esports ecosystem this past weekend. Big stuff. Big stuff. I love it. I love the big announcements.
I cannot believe it.
You can't believe it's not butter? No.
I'm startled. I'm shocked. So much news.
Could be better, MSK.
Butter. Oh my god. But yeah, it just depends on the quality content we make here, because I'm currently growing 3 vaginas, and all 3 of them will end up being a way to suck people in and give them powers, actually. So that's my current goal. But man, this week's gonna be just an absolute turbo fisting for me. No, next week. Next week I'm gonna get.
Does that explain the obsession?
Next week I will be getting turbo fisted. I promise. It's gonna happen. It's just gonna be the most.
Yeah, I mean, ever. We assumed.
Is that what the Vagisil is for? You know where you're supposed to put it, right?
So yeah, we had a great show tonight. Just want to say, Will came through because Bob wasn't here. Usually he's on vacation away from me. So it hurts my soul.
How dare he live a life?
Yeah, fucking hell. This is dedication to this show. I don't just get to go on vacation like that and just get ran through by ladyboys. Fuck me. Vacation.
You could go on vacation, MSK.
Yeah, that's true. There might be some days I just go like, you know what? I'll just have great.
Discord is doing their best to make sure he does.
Yeah. Vacation a little while back, something like 300 episodes ago.
Maybe saying death to N-word in all caps.
Christ.
In all caps. spread out.
retrospect, perhaps it was not your greatest
It took me out of context.
headline.
Now, I can probably say someone hacked my account and said it for me. I can probably have that. Someone hacked my account and said "death to N-word" in all
Well,
caps.
there was
Typed
definitely
out.
someone with bad intentions steering the ship at that time.
Right. I was hacked by the Indian guy named Curry Monjuju. So he took me over. Rare Indian L, honestly. Fuck. I can't laugh anymore. My stomach hurts. Shit. Oh
The
god.
chicken?
No.
You shouldn't eat while you're yeah.
God, man. But yeah, I ended up getting screwed over by that Indian. He took over my account and he was like, "Thank you, come again." Death to N-words.
Just keep digging.
And he exaggerated the
digging.
whole thing. He typed N-I and then put the G-R-E-R-S. I was like, dude, that's fucking racist. I don't endorse that here on this channel. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, do you...
Free speech, am I right? Hashtag free speech.
That's why I will
You
never
disavow it, though.
I will
sir.
never
That
get
there's a
Homeland
difference.
Security. You get Homeland Security. It's like, would you like to make sure you are not attacked by a burglar? What do you mean?
A
I'm just trying
burger?
to, sir, this is a Wendy's. I'm just trying to set up my alarm system. What the fuck are you talking about? You know? So, I don't know. You know, I don't really care for Discord all that much. Fuck Discord. It can lick the fattest part of my ass. So, you know.
You can't fire me. I quit. Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah,
I mean,
The part of
Rumble, right?
live action Cat in the Hat. You're fired. Like, I was already
MSK. Did you mean to do that
It just
arm
depends on.
symbol?
It was a Sunday. I was feeling tipsy.
Oh,
King,
did Greg
are you
put the
asleep?
little animals away?
Who's
King, are you here? I thought you were going to bed.
No, I was muted, and now I'm unmuted.
It's weird. Maybe having sex. You were having sex, weren't you? You were getting blown. Fist bump, bro. Fist bump.
That's just mouth sex. That's not sex.
That's true. Yeah.
I literally had to get Son a drink.
Something.
Water.
That's not a good segue when he's talking about having mouth sex.
Oh shit. But you know, it was awesome having King Style here. You know, he loves me. He's gonna start giving me all of his paycheck. You know.
I don't know about that.
I got reparations, dude. Come on, man.
I got reparations too. So, yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah. You know, and you got to ask yourself at this point, what's the KKK wrong for how they viewed black people? You know?
Oh,
like,
God.
I'm not
Yes,
going
they
on.
were.
Good Lord.
Yes. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Hey, the Grand Wizard of the KKK voted for Kamala Harris. Just pointing it out there. He did do that. So that's crazy how the Grand Wizard of the KKK voted for Kamala Harris. Former.
I don't know if the current one did.
God. Because that makes it better, Gray. That's
Like,
the world we live in.
He's a reformed one, right? Because you're talking about David Duke, right?
Yeah, the former Grand Wizard voted for a black woman to be president. That's insane logic to think about, though. That's crazy. But
or even he could see something that he
Didn't
thinks
he
is obvious in the other candidate.
Didn't he endorse the other guy twice prior to that?
I don't make the rules with this stuff.
Oh, okay.
So, you know,
there's not some sort of correlation with that. It's just okay. So when people go to prison, it's just going to prison. There's no rehabilitation. It's just
no, fuck
go
them.
away. Okay.
They can go and
So
eat
do
my
you-
ass.
Regularly follow that dude or something?
I'm a connoisseur of Frieza. I do follow what Frieza does pretty consistently, honestly.
What? What is Frieza?
Frieza is an alien character from the series Dragon Ball Z / Super and etc. So
He seems to
That's-
have some hate in him.
yeah, he's an overlord alien thing that hates other races and conquers them. That's
Oh,
what MSK
It's
is
a Dragon
alluding
Balls
to.
thing.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
Oh!
David Duke is this Frieza person?
No, I know I saw
MSK is a little bit closer, but yes and yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that's great.
I don't speak Volcel. Sorry.
I thought you were gonna say I don't speak Frieza.
Well, that's too.
Oh, No. I know WZ earlier mentioned in the chat about a new movie called One Battle After Another, some shit like that. I saw people reviewing that. So, Leonardo
Yeah.
DiCaprio.
Yes, he is one of the actors in there. Also,
He's
Sean
one of the
Penn.
actors.
Mm-hmm.
He likes him young. MSK.
Also,
they are over 18.
Benicio.
So that's
Yeah,
this is not R.
25 is
Kelly.
the limit. 25 is the limit. No.
Because this is the thing is when you get them young like that, they don't have any brains. So you can just blow their backs out and then leave.
If you can insure a car, Leo wants nothing to do with you. Nothing.
Wait, what's the age you can actually rent a vehicle? Isn't
25.
it 25? Right. True. Hey, I can't
That is
disagree with
weird.
him. I can't disagree with Frieza.
He is
I've come around.
Playing a father to someone around like 25-ish, I would say, in this movie. It's
Leo.
kind of weird.
It's
Hey,
time.
what was her name?
Embrace the age, Leo.
Margot Robbie in The Wolf of Wall Street when she opened her legs that one scene. Oh, God, too good. You can tell her
I
fucking
remember-
pussy was hairy as fuck, honestly.
I remember
It was quite the opposite,
my mom
actually.
Imagine, dude,
came
no,
into
imagine
town.
a world. Imagine a world where it was hairy, a whole hairy snatch there. It's like I gotta put my face between it. Fuck.
Dude, I don't have to imagine. Time kind of like stopped. It was one of the most awkward theater experiences I've had. For some reason, my mom was in town and she's like, "You want to go to a movie? There's a new Scorsese one." It's like, "Yeah, sure." And like it opens up with the cocaine in the butthole thing. It was awkward.
They only said fuck like 600 times. It's all right.
No,
Oh, that's no problem. It's the cocaine butthole next to your mother.
Cocaine
Gray,
bottle.
Gray, it could be worse, right?
It could be
I
worse.
was
right,
watching Borat, like, because my mom rented it when I was younger, and mind you, I was not 18 years old. I was like 10. And my grandma was there. We watched like the Borat and the Asamat, the fat dude, fighting each other with their dicks hanging out, and then him showing a picture of his son naked. That was awkward as fuck. And
yeah.
one of them playing with them, jerking themselves off to fucking Pamela Anderson, the fat guy.
Oh no, Gray.
That's a great way to hang out with your family, watching a rated R movie like that. So
You never realize how long some scenes are unless you're sitting right next to your parents.
Yeah, and it's worse when it's an extent. It feels like it's forever. It's terrible.
Gray, did you take your wife to go see that Ridley Scott movie where it had that grape scene with Adam Driver?
Yes. So we got warned. We were given like 3 different trigger warnings. Like when we bought the tickets, they're like, okay, now there's a scene that comes up and they show it more than once. It's like, okay. So like when they're tearing our tickets, they're like, okay, but you guys know what's in this movie, right? There is a grape scene and they show it more than once. I don't know like if they just took it upon themselves to tell everyone that, but it's kind of a weird Rashomon like thing over an incident where you get kind of both people's perspective on it and then another person's perspective on it.
The Last Duel.
It's called The Last Duel. It's a Ridley Scott one where it does have Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, but it's also got Adam Driver.
I have not seen it. Yeah.
It's a movie where
it's not the worst Ridley Scott one. It was much better than Gladiator too.
Bruno would be worse. It's basically
it's
gay, it's gay porn without gay porn. Basically,
the movie's weird because
it
also slightly implies she enjoyed the grape, even though
one of the tellings. The other telling makes it pretty clear that that's not the case.
So the Acolyte fans would hate it, or the Acolyte
so.
non-fans would hate it.
Yeah, like just imagine.
Borat.
You take a girl to a movie and it's The Last Duel and it has a grape scene. Probably not getting laid that night. Just you can already just count.
You never know.
Well, if women are into that shit, not all of them.
Yeah, if they're into good cinema, I mean, who knows?
What is happening?
It's a Ridley Scott flick.
The fuck did you say?
Yeah, I'm not
You're
sure.
not needed. Go ahead. I'll take it over from here.
Oh God. So
let me show you how to do things on YouTube.
When you have sex scenes around women that you watch movies for, it's like you look at them, they look at you, you're like, I don't got the balls for this.
Hell did you just say? When you have sex scenes, you watch movies with women for.
No. Have you ever like watched a sex scene with someone?
It do be like that though sometimes.
Like if you're watching a movie and there's a sex scene and you're next to a girl and you look at each other like, this could be us, but you're just like, I don't have the balls for that. I kind of want to watch this dude do stuff right now. So.
No, quite the opposite.
Yeah, I know. You're looking at the dude. I got you.
So, yeah, I'm not saying she liked it, but there's implications in the movie that she didn't enjoy having sex with her husband, couldn't get pregnant by him. I don't know. That's what the movie implied. I'm not saying she did or didn't in the movie. So, fuck me in the ass, right? I don't got the balls for this MSK.
Yeah, that's an awfully good clip. I'd say from like the 2-hour 53 mark to like just about 2:54.
Yeah,
MSK quotes.
I don't know what's worse. Gray, did you have to like give a pre-brief on anything you were watching for the stuff we were discussing for Fantastic Fest? I feel like when I'm watching stuff for the channel and it's got like a sex scene or something, and my wife comes home and, she comes home at like the most inopportune time. And I'm just sitting there alone watching this random sex scene. And it's like, this isn't what you think it is. I swear this is for other things. Your timing is really interesting. Is that
the only one that I've felt like that was the aforementioned Honora, where it's like, I don't know. Yeah. We were talking about like, I wish there was a comedy. Hey, I heard this one's like the funniest movie of the year.
So for 20 minutes.
I basically put it on, and it's like, no, I swear, I was told it's funny. Like, I swear it's gonna get funny. Like, just wait through this. After this lap dance, it'll be funny. Trust me.
I think that's worse.
But yeah, it also felt like that was taking an awful long time when you're like, hey, you want to watch this really funny flick I found? I was recommended.
Yeah, because all you could think is in the back of their head, like, so this is why he suggested this. This is what he wants to watch, huh? Like, there's every second takes an hour in your head.
That was
right, MSK?
Oh, he's totally interested in the conversation. He knows what he's.
No, I agree. That it felt like an eternity. Like when you watch scenes like that in front of people you really don't want to do that with.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, oh god, no.
But it's even worse in the movie
they're gonna
theaters.
think you're either a perv or, in my case, I shouldn't be watching that movie when I was younger.
Dude,
Borat,
like that dude who was beating his meat. So that Sydney Sweeney movie in the theaters. There was a big story. He was beating his meat in the theaters. It was Sydney Sweeney movie. Yeah, he got in trouble.
Are you combining two stories? Are you thinking of the Korn concert, and then are you thinking of the dude who was pissing on a kid in the theater?
No. Okay. Here. I'll type it into the internet. Damn. Whoa, that's gonna be a weird
he sweet corned him?
No. Imagine me typing into Google. Dude beats off at a movie theater.
Get the right quote, please.
Dude beats off at a movie theater. Sydney Sweeney.
Dude, just put masturbate, because I don't think you're gonna look for jerk off or play with yourself. Just put masturbate or plays with himself.
Anyone else have a similar experience with Madam Web?
Sure.
What? Oh my
Dude
god!
was making his own Madam Webs.
Shit. Oh god, here's an experience. This is in, I guess, red mode. Or maybe I'm going blind.
Yeah, definitely display that. Display the red mode on
Reddit.
Anyone else have a similar experiment?
I don't know.
Why is it so much red? Why is it in? Oh my god.
Red mode.
Red mode.
Does this mean like R-rated?
Oh.
No activity.
Nope, nothing. I'm not popular. No, I got banned on Reddit for sharing my shit, but fuck these FAGs. So anyone else have a similar experience with Madam Web? I was out of the USA for a student trip on its opening weekend, but 7 weeks later, I caught a late showing thinking that I'd have a quiet showing. There were a few people in the theater. An older guy, had to be in his mid-50s, was sitting behind me. As soon as Sydney Sweeney was on screen, her being tied up, I heard the guy behind me rubbing his pants. He was clearly jerking off. He kept going until the scene was over. I got up and moved several rows back. I saw someone else leave the theater, in which I thought it was him, but it was another guy getting a theater attendant. I hope that now I was in the back, I could be away from him and enjoy the movie, but next time Sydney Sweeney came back on screen, the guy started rubbing himself again. I groaned, but before I could leave and complain, the movie stopped and the lights came on.
Ooh.
The manager and a police officer came in and arrested the guy. He, of course, denied what he was doing, but they asked us if we saw him doing the nasty, and everyone raised their hands. The cops handcuffed the masturbator, and the manager apologized. We were offered a refund and that we could continue watching Madam Web. I ended up leaving because of how gross the situation was. It'll take me another 5 years before I can work my courage to watch Madam Web, but the sound of that guy lives rent-free in my head and ruined the experience.
Why would it take
Well,
5 years to watch Madam Web? You could literally watch it anywhere if you catch my drift.
So MSK, you asked us, were we all familiar with the story, which happens to be this small Reddit post.
It had 76 upvotes, sir. That's 76
Out of
whole people who said, I
curiosity.
agree, I appreciate this.
Were you the guy, the older gentleman? Were you in the theater? How do you know about this?
I saw it on the internet
Well,
somewhere.
the Simpsons Bort posting. Well, I mean, if it's a reputable place like that.
You never know, man.
I mean,
you never know.
You know, the guy has a point. I know when I was watching Madam Web, I thought, Sydney Sweeney, she's going to be a star. And then so did America. And so we got, what was it, Immaculate? And then, she just became this thing. And now we have American Eagle.
Yeah,
and
but
because of her, jeans are great again.
For that, you stay home and you watch a little series on Max where you don't have
Euphoria?
to imagine much. Yeah, you don't have to imagine much.
Too young. I don't know. It feels weird. Where,
22 is just
Madam
gross.
Web, it's adult situations, but
Yeah,
Pepsi. So
he's
we're
26 playing 17. So
Are
that's
you guys
that's
gonna
better.
go watch her? She has a new thriller movie coming out based off a novel. The trailer dropped for it like a week ago. She put it on her Instagram page. It looks kind of interesting. I'll probably go see
Ooh,
it.
What?
Sydney Sweeney. She has a new thriller
No.
movie coming out in December.
What is it called?
Fucking hell. Well, let me look it up.
That's
I'd be
a
honest, I
weird
don't
title.
remember.
Fucking hell, you say.
I'd love to see the movie Fucking Hell. Yeah. Let's go watch it.
Sounds kind of cool.
What is Sydney Sweeney's value besides being a dumb bimbo?
She's making jeans great again. The Canadian tuxedo has never looked quite as good as it did in those commercials.
of course.
People are actually talking about that stupid jean company.
Housemaid. Yep. Which is what most women should be. Cleaning
Is that
my
a
shit.
remake? Oh, Paul Feig. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's a book. It's based on a book. I read the synopsis of this book, though. It's basically, if people didn't like It Ends With Us's premise of domestic violence, that's kind of what this is. It's basically, I'm not
But
spoiling
this
it.
is
But
Paul
basically,
Feig's take on it.
it's like
He's different, man.
it's like
Ugh.
dude abuses, but it's the same thing as It Ends With Us. It's dude abuses woman, blah 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 blah. It's I don't know. I'll watch it. I'll give it a shot.
So basically, it's Gone Girl.
If you
Except-
count
MSK is
dildos-
not familiar with either the concept of Gone or Girl.
if you
There's
count dildos, then sure.
So
Familiar with those.
the link I put in the chat. Oops, that's the regular chat, not the
Oh, he's one of
Um,
us now. See,
that is a better type of film, and it's got more other reasons to watch.
what did Paul Feig direct that you don't like Paul Feig? Let's see. What did he?
The
direct?
Simple Favors.
Come on, man.
He did the
Ghostbusters?
He did Ghostbusters. That sucked ass.
Only 2016. He didn't do the good ones. I mean,
He got
he's known
pissed
for so
off.
much more.
He
Okay,
got
this-
pissed off that his Ghostbusters movies wasn't packaged with the other Ghostbusters movies.
This is the
Well,
filmography.
So they
I am
became a
stuck.
digital exclusive. So you had to have a digital code included.
He's directed
did-
quite a bit. I Am David.
He did some really cool shit on TV. He was
Unaccompanied Minors.
yeah,
He
so
directed Bridesmaids. A lot of people like this movie.
that's kind of the
I-
big
I
thing.
like the lottery
but he also
movie,
did
Jackpot.
Freaks and Geeks,
He
and
did The Heat. That was Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
I still only
yeah.
have one finger up. Still only one.
The Jackpot movie was interesting, but I didn't like that. It's too comedy. Like I'd like it to be more serious.
wasn't he involved in Undeclared as well? I like it, but maybe not everybody. So for me, that's those two shows. I like those.
Simple Flavor. That was the Amazon straight to streaming movie.
Yeah, he was on director's jail because of the Ghostbusters movie, so he had to do TV and direct to video and streaming.
Well, he
service.
started in TV.
So
Yeah, but he
it's
went
cool.
back
He's just
to-
going back
you-
to the roots.
Yeah,
like-
well, that's his punishment. Just like the guy who directed Joker 2, you're not going to see him direct movies on theaters for a while.
It was the second greatest musical of last year. I think that everyone should cut him some break. What can I say, man? It was an interesting way of doing it. I think Todd Phillips deserves to make another masterpiece.
MSK, you read a list of about 10 movies. This is the number of how many I would
Great.
say
You didn't
It
like
is
Bride?
Phillips.
You only like Bridesmaids?
the only
Okay,
one.
That's it.
well,
Bridesmaids.
what about Heavyweights? Come on, the one from like '95 or whatever with Ben Stiller running a fat kid.
that movie is good. You know why? 'Cause
That
the
wasn't Paul
ending-
Feig.
He was a producer on it.
Not a director.
I said a
like the-
producer.
I like
Well-
to consider that like a prequel to the to the movie Dodgeballs?
Oh,
Remember?
for sure.
Absolutely,
'Cause
absolutely.
It's the
Batman
same
ever.
character. It's the same dude that Ben Stiller plays in both movies. It's just he changed his name. That's all it is. I like to think he changed his name because of doing bad stuff. Child abuse. So he changed his identity, right?
Spy.
And he became that dude in Dodgeball.
I
And then he
would like to
became
think that
fat.
that's the same too.
And he became obese
Yeah.
in the end. That's what I'm saying.
Bobo
It has
Jim.
to tie into heavyweights.
It works for me. So yeah, Feig worked on Freaks and Geeks, Undeclared. He directed on Arrested Development, and that was during like the good seasons, not like the reboot. And then he was on 30 Rock, Mad Men, Weeds, Parks and Rec. He did a lot of like pretty decent television. Bored to Death. I don't know if you guys remember that weird Showtime show. He even did some of like The Office. But yeah, he also did some other things that weren't that great. But that was all before Ghostbusters.
Did he do the Steve Carell era, or did he did post Steve Carell when he left the show?
I want to say it was Steve Carell era. I'm going back to it to try and figure it out.
All right. So, thank you guys for checking out my awesome quality. No, jokes aside. So,
during Steve Carell era,
it
looks like he did 15 episodes.
We had an awesome show tonight, and thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK Show, and we will see you